T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. It's Friday, the 1st of October. Happy Pinch Punch. It's the first of the month day. Matt Drift, how you guys doing today?
I remember that pinch punch. I remember that.
Yeah, bro.
We started a few little fights in our school that did.
Yeah.
Trust me, trust.
Turned into
No, I'm
pinch
blessed,
punch,
bro.
turned into a riot sometimes.
I'm blessed, man.
It's Friday, innit?
Let's
Friday, bro. It's Friday.
It's
Gotta be honest,
Friday
though,
again.
the days just feel like they're merging into one nowadays.
You're
like,
telling me, bro.
I heard on the news the marathon's back again. I thought, raw.
It is, yeah.
Everything
Obviously,
is just blowing.
well,
like
it's-
I'm a
it's-
celebrity.
no,
Gonna be on.
No, it's
soon.
not a normal marathon. It's a virtual marathon. So London Marathon this year is virtual. So basically, people can
Okay.
do their own routes as long as it equates
Oh, I
to the
swear.
time,
Okay.
to the
I
mileage.
didn't
Sorry.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
it's
that
not-
makes sense because you
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
100,000 people all running next to each other. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
London Marathon's big as well. I've worked a couple London Marathons and they're huge, bro. They're huge deals.
I won
So,
the mini
yeah.
marathon when I was a kid still.
Hold tight, you, bro.
It was only 3.5 miles. It was only 3.5
Even
miles.
still, bro, give yourself credit, man. Pat on the
That's
back.
still
man.
decent, though. That's
Yeah,
decent.
man.
That's
I was
decent.
12.
Don't play it down, man. Don't play it down. We celebrate wins there, bro. We celebrate wins on Kop-ish.
Innit? Only dubs.
Exactly.
Only dubs.
First and foremost, people, please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, smash the like button. It's the only thing we ask you guys to do. We don't ask you for money. We just ask you to smash the like button. That's it, people. Nice and simple. So, Matt Drift. Big games this weekend. Obviously, we spoke about the Man City Liverpool game earlier.
Mm.
We're going to speak about that game in a little bit more detail because I want to ask you guys whether you think it's a title decider, whether it's too early to even think about that, and much more around the game. But let's look at our rivals. Let's look at what our rivals are doing this weekend. So obviously, shout out to you guys yesterday because you guys put on a hell of a show yesterday. Very, very funny show. And a great
big
show
up,
with
man.
KG, Aaron, and
Yeah,
Lewis as well. So just want to go through some of the results or the predictions, shall I say, and then I'll obviously offer mine as well. So, Man U versus Everton. What are you guys saying?
I said draw.
I think
1-1.
You guys said 1-1.
I think I went 1-0 Man United. I think I went for that one.
You went so Drift 1-0 Man United.
I'm
Matt,
sure
you
that's
said
what
a
I said.
draw.
Yeah,
I said draw, yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Man United.
that was my other result in my head. You know, when you think like, what could it be if it ain't what you think it is? 2-1 Man U.
I can
think.
see Everton scoring, but I just can't see them not conceding this game.
Mm.
Mr. Dare I Say It Drift says, you man realize that Mo has the second most assists, created the second most big chances, has the third most key pass in the league since 17-18 bar Kevin De Bruyne.
That's why he's the best player in the league.
That's mad, you know. I can't even
Incredible.
lie. That is mad.
Mo Salah's
Right,
been the
right.
best player in the Premier League for about 3-4 years, bar that season Van Dijk had. Really, if you think about
I'll
it.
be honest.
Yeah?
Nah, I'll be honest.
No, actually, Mane.
1920, yeah, was Mane.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mane
yeah.
was 1920. Yeah. So that means that 2 out of the 4 years, Mo was the best,
Yeah.
and he's consistently been amazing. Even in the 2 seasons, Van Dijk and Mane were great anyway. So he's been the best player in the league, arguably, for the last 4 years. Like,
Agreed.
is what it is, man.
Agreed. Before we go on to the next, just want to shout out to Amir LFC. So Amir, it is his birthday, 25 years old. I remember being that age. Enjoy it,
I
bro,
remember them days, bro.
Oi, those are the days.
You know what?
Those are the
If anybody
days.
said to me, what's the best age to be, period, if you could stay that age forever, I'd probably say 25 or 27. I think it's one of those 2 years that's the best age to be forever.
25 was a bad year. That was the year I did my ACL still.
Oh,
no.
swear.
Don't think about what happened in your life. Just think about the age itself.
After that drift, you just
Man said it just curtained off.
nosedive, an absolute nosedive after that. So
Man said it
Amir,
just
happy
came out of his
birthday.
prime.
I'm gonna drop the beat for you, bro. Big up to yourself. Have a great weekend, bro. Next fixture, Chelsea versus Southampton. If I'm not mistaken, you said 3-0, Matt, and Drift, you said 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm torn between both your scores because I don't even see how Southampton get close to sniffing a goal in this game.
Hold on a minute. I didn't know this. Big up Aditya, if that's how you pronounce it, Bendra.
Richarlison, DCL both out.
Are both out?
A win for United.
I didn't know that. That changes everything.
I'm still gonna go
How
2-1. I'm still gonna go 2-1.
If they're out, that Everton
change
probably won't even. Yeah, Everton won't even score. Like, because in my opinion, it has to. Like, Richarlison is a nuisance, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is their goal scorer. So for me, that changes the landscape. I didn't know they were both out. Yeah,
they will probably go way more defensive now than I thought they would.
I think Man United.
I'm feeling my 1-0 prediction even more now. It'll be like an 80th minute goal from United and they'll win the game 1-0. Everton aren't going to attack if they've got no Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison. Although, you know what, to be fair, I actually feel like one of the best players. Yeah, Damari Gray's been one of the best players of the season so far, you know. 1.4 million. Fucking bargain, mate.
Yeah.
Good player. He's actually played very well. But they need players to feed off, though. Like, there's got to be spaces. Because remember, when he was doing all of that stuff, there was no Rondon up top. They were playing Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison.
Rondon's better than you think he is.
Rondon played last week, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that's the first time I saw Rondon. But in terms of the other couple of games, it was mainly DCL and Richarlison, innit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Benitez knows how to get the best out of Rondon. I think Rondon can actually come up with a few important goals for Everton this season. If I'm being honest,
right, good. Yeah, Damari Gray will be the, as you said, will be the talisman.
Townsend's been playing well. Got to give credit to Andros. He's been playing well. He actually has been playing well.
Oh, someone said, Coleman out. Gomez is out.
Andre Gomez doesn't really start for them anymore, though.
They've got a lot of injuries, though. Bloody hell. Coleman as well.
Yeah, same as Coleman.
But it's usually Allen and Decore who start for them in midfield with someone else.
Decore has been bossing up the thing. I remember when we were saying that we should have got him. I still believe that. I reckon he would have been a great option in midfield still.
I think we could have done better.
Not sold to him, personally.
No, he's good, guys.
I prefer Ndidi, man, to Decore.
I think they're different. I think Decore is more of a box to box than Ndidi, you know.
Maybe. Big up Conway I still look
at him as a DM.
Nah, me personally. No, I was just saying big up Conway who's in the building. I would personally. I would be like, I wouldn't take him over Basuma or like one of the other guys we're looking at. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. I'd rather him over Saul. He said to me, "Who do you want in your midfield, Decore or Saul?" I'll take Decore.
I think Saul's a better player. It's just Decore's in better form at the moment.
Yeah, Saul just hasn't
goals to his game now. You lot,
bro.
It's still early though. It is still early. It's only 6 games in.
But he played well last year as well, though.
I think he played,
and he was playing well for Watford before he got the move. I think he's a good player. I like Decore still.
I don't think he's rubbish by any sense of the word. I just think Saul's a better player.
Yeah, Saul's better. He hasn't started well at Chelsea.
Yeah,
like he hasn't started well, but he's a very good player.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying I don't like Saul. I just think Decore is more our kettle of fish. I think Doucouré in the Klopp
as it
midfield
now.
would actually be
Okay.
better than Saul.
I get what you mean there. I still don't know if I agree, but I get what you mean in terms of how he
Doucouré is
fit the Klopp
everything
system.
Klopp loves about.
Only one he could even
No.
about.
Ox is very technical in
He's
our
not,
midfield.
bro.
No, he is. Ox is very. His game is powerful running, but if you go and look at old school Ox, it'll bend you up all day, and his touch and all that is good.
No, but it's more than that. That's what I'm saying. Doucouré can't talk to Henderson at all when it comes to passing.
Nope.
No, but I think that's probably the only thing that I will say that he's not as good at Henderson at, though.
What about
and
shooting
obviously,
technique?
And obviously leadership. Doucouré's showing me he's actually got a bang on him now. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
No. We're not discrediting Doucouré. It's because you said
you just compared him to
you compared him to Henderson.
Oh, of course, his consistency also is nowhere near Henderson either.
I'm just talking about technique,
they're not,
bruv.
yeah.
Forget about the leadership and bruv, Hendo is way more technically.
But it's in a different league.
I'm not going to argue with you against my own captain, but I rate Doucouré. I actually think he's a very, very good technical footballer. I like Doucouré. I hate he plays for Everton.
If you said, I'm trying to think of another DM that's kind of, because I think he's kind of
not really a DM anymore. He's more like a box to box now, bro. You know what? I think when you man are sleeping on Doucouré, I really do. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't think he's that good. I think he's standard. For me, I think he's standard.
He ain't touching Hendo, bro.
Like you don't get for me, Doucouré. He can't get into Leicester.
I hope he boys it tomorrow, and then you lot will be like, hey Jeff, you know what? You see Doucouré, yeah?
No,
Impossible. When he's bullying up Pogba tomorrow.
Impossible.
He ain't doing that. If they win, though,
he's a 50M midfielder, you know. But yeah,
50 mil.
Who's 50M?
I'm sure that was how much Everton paid for him.
No, they didn't.
No way.
No.
I'm sure they paid 50M for him.
No, they didn't. They didn't. Akash says, guys, I was watching the other stream and the Liverpool representation is so poor in other streams is horrible. Was glad to see your stream pop up. I don't even know what stream that is, but fair enough. We appreciate the praise, man. We appreciate the praise.
For real.
Got a shout out to the brother as always, James Redmond TV. Guys, subscribe to James if you haven't already. We're due to get James on soon as well, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. Got to do some more collabs, James, man. P. Al says, just watch the preview. Klopp might be talking about 4-2-3-1 when he said change of formation. 3-0. Why talking about him when we're gonna have Bellingham?
Don't get your hopes up, guys. Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news and that, man. It's gonna be difficult getting Bellingham. All right, but let's move on to the next fixture.
Like 100 mil difficult.
Brighton versus
Facts
versus prime Barcelona, aka Arsenal of this week.
Yeah. I'm hoping Mopé. I'm hoping that Mopé chips in, but I've got a feeling that they may give. I feel like they may have just given a lot in that Crystal Palace game, and I don't think they're going to run out of steam or anything because they're in momentum. Potter is actually a really, really good manager. I rate him. I think Tottenham really should have done everything they could to actually get Potter. I think that was who they needed. If I'm being completely honest with you, I still rate Nuno, but I think Potter would be way more suited to them.
Potter's a class manager,
but he's obviously Brighton manager, and that will run out. His ability is only going to be able to take them so far, and I think you might see them start to lose points now that they, they're meant to lose, so to speak, because they've been on form. So I'm probably going to go 2 or 3-1 to Arsenal. I think Arsenal will eventually get the win, but I think Brighton will probably start well. Maybe it'll be like 1-1 at half time, maybe, or something like that. I think Arsenal will finally get the win. So I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal, you're Drift. What are you telling me, Matt?
Same scoreline, 2-1. I do think Brighton will score, but I think Arsenal getting that confidence from obviously the North London derby is just going to kick them on a bit. I think if they didn't beat Spurs, I don't think they would have a chance against Brighton, believe it or not, because they're away from home as well. So I think the home crowd just would have got on top of Arsenal, but I think Arsenal, they needed that win to kind of kickstart their season, and I think they beat Arsenal. They beat Arsenal.
I'm going 3-1 Arsenal. Just because I didn't say out loud, I'm going 3-0 to Chelsea regarding the Southampton game as well.
Okay.
Yeah. That's going to be a hurting.
Yeah. Crystal Palace versus Leicester.
Aye, this is tricky, you know. Is
This
it
is a
Sellers
good
Park,
game.
right?
Leicester ain't playing that well, man.
They're not, but they're capable of
Their
pulling one
defense-
out the
They've been
bag.
defensively really bad so
Bruv,
far this
your
season. They got
boy
lucky.
is looking
They got
horrible.
lucky
I know
against-
you don't have to keep rubbing it in, bro.
They got
No.
lucky against
I'm not
Burnley as
because he's
well.
not. Obviously, when I say your boy, remember, he don't play for Liverpool. So he's not your boy. But I'm just saying, though, bro. Soyuncu.
He's not looking
Look,
good.
He's had to play with quite a few different partners and stuff. There's some extenuating circumstances, but you're right. He's not performing well. I can't even.
He
front.
looking.
But the whole of the defense ever since Fofana broke his leg just ain't looked right. Like none of them have really. I think maybe Pereira, maybe the only one kind of performing well. Pereira's been good, but I ain't really. Like even Schmeichel hasn't been his usual self, and he's normally impeccable in goal, and even he's been a little bit shaky. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe the Brendan factor's caught up a bit because he ain't the greatest defensive coach. We know that already.
No,
you know
for real. And it's so mad because they haven't even really utilised Daka either. I think they've been playing Vardy.
He's blending him in.
He is. Because I think Daka played maybe Europa, I think he played a bit of Europa. Or one cup competition I see Daka playing, but they're not looking good. They've really got to up their game, man. I think Palace.
Did you get a hat trick the other day though, Vardy? They did beat up someone the other day though.
Yeah,
right?
no, they drew 2-2 with Burnley last game, didn't they?
They didn't win.
Maybe it was the cup
Right,
game.
you know what? Let me
Did
check.
Vardy get? Maybe it was when people were teasing him that he scored the own goal, so he got a hat trick, but one of them was for the other team. That might have been what it was.
Another thing I want to ask you guys. Obviously, we had Brendan, and he got sacked in his 4th season with us.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't this his 4th season with Leicester?
I think it might be, yeah. No, he took over halfway. I think it might be the 3rd time he started the season.
Okay.
Because I think he took over halfway through the 1st season, didn't he?
Do you think there's, or am I just looking too deep into this? But there comes a point where teams kind of run out under Brendan. Because again, I know the circumstances with us were a bit up and down because obviously we had Suarez and we lost him and we just didn't replace him right. The first full season he had, it's kind of getting used to the team, but he did let a lot of experience go. He let Bellamy, Maxi, Cal, they all left as soon as he got there.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an argument to say that Brendan kind of reaches a point and then can't get any more out of his players?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I think at Liverpool it was extenuating circumstances, and I think at Leicester he's got so much out of that team that if they fall away a little bit, they're only falling to where they should be because he's extremely overachieved, in my opinion.
Okay, so based on that, what would you say is the reason he's overachieved? Because I don't think he has overachieved. I think he's slightly underachieved. When you take away the name and you look at the actual team and first 11 and things like that.
The reason why I'll say he's overachieved is because if you look at the team, I get what you mean, player for player. You can't just always go, oh, well, they're called Tottenham and they're called Leicester, so Leicester should finish below them. I get that, obviously. But if you think about the fact that he finished above a very good Aston Villa, a very good, last season. What's the other team that was playing really well and they fell away just at the end? There was another one of the smaller teams that are playing really well last season.
West Ham?
Yeah, West Ham. And he finished above them in the end still. And then obviously you got the Tottenham and the Arsenal thing that obviously they are poor at the moment, but he finished above them for 3 years in a row, I believe. Yeah. Or both of those teams, he finished above them. And he gets bad injuries a lot. And I feel like that's always what messes up the momentum of his team. Every time they get a few major injuries and you think, oh, that's going to be the killer. Do you get what I mean? Like, do you remember when Pereira done his knee? I think they would have got top 4 if he hadn't done his knee. And I think there was one other guy who got injured at the same time. And I remember they were playing Man United on the last day of the season, I think it was. And they had about 4 of their first team players missing in that game or something. I think he's overachieved. I mean, yeah, someone in the chat, I'll big up as well. And he got a trophy, Cal, as well.
He
He
did.
even
He did.
brought home the trophy. So
He
I
did
think
bring
he's
home a cup.
overachieved, if I'm being honest. I know he's a dick. Deep down, he is a bit of a dick, but I rate Brendan. I think Brendan's a good manager.
Fair dues. Fair dues. So what are we saying for the result then, or the prediction, should I say? Crystal Palace versus Leicester.
Because it's at Palace, I'm not going to lie, Vieira's doing a better job than I thought he would, I thought they were just going to get smoked every week and Vieira will be sacked within a few months. But like they actually play some good football and they've actually been all right. And he's kind of got them tactically doing well as well because he's got a really weak team there. I know there's one or two good players in there, but overall, that ain't a good team, that Palace team. And he's getting a churn out of it. I'm going to go 2-2. I think Palace will get something out of this, I'm going to go 2-2.
Yeah. Do you know what? Leicester not playing well. Palace played it right, I think, in their last game as well, if I'm not mistaken. They had a very
Remember,
good game
they only
against
just got Brighton to equalise in the 95th minute.
Yeah, so contrasting.
Ayu, the fake brother, he should have put that away, man.
You know what? I'm going for a Palace win. I think Palace win this. I think Palace win 2-1. 2-1.
2-1. I'm going 2-0 Palace.
2-0? Right.
Yeah.
No Daka, no Iniesta, no Vardy on the score sheet, no?
Nah, I know I obviously could be very wrong here. I just see them keeping a clean sheet. I don't know why. Aditya says Cal need the wire look, bro.
They're missing the do-rag, bro.
Oh. You caught me off guard with that. I was calling. All right, well done. That caught me off guard. I was thinking, the wire? What's the wire? I rate that. It fully got me, actually. Well done. Next game, Spurs versus Villa.
2-0 Villa, I think I went with.
Villa will beat them.
At Spurs.
Villa will beat them.
2-1. I think I either went 2-0 Villa or 2-1 Villa. Villa are winning this game. Tottenham are all over the place, man. They had to bring their heavy hitters on yesterday to score against a team who I've never heard of.
So what you say, officially you're both saying 2-0, yeah?
I think I went 2-0 Villa, but I'm going to go 2-1 now off of me just thinking about it. I might even have gone 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Villa. I think I said 2-1. I think I said 2-0, but I'm going to go 2-1 as my final.
Villa winning this game, Villa are winning.
Villa are winning this game.
I think
Buendia and them man are all like cool and that as well now. I don't think they've got anyone missing. Yeah, they're going to win this one.
Okay, I'm actually going to go Tottenham win. I think by law of form and stuff, yeah, Tottenham should
Tottenham win, yeah?
I am going to go for a Tottenham win. I think they'll be up for this game. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs.
I don't know if Spurs can be up for anything now. If you can't be up for the North London derby, what can you be up for?
Blue pill in that, yeah?
Cool. Yeah, bruv. Mrs. just come out the bathroom, brand new negligee, heels and all that, and they're just like, yeah, babe, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep.
I got a headache, babe.
Yeah, I got a headache. I'm going to go sleep.
Babe. No, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go 2-1 Spurs. So that leads us nicely on to the Liverpool versus Man City game before we start to bring in callers. Guys, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button. All right. Is this game a title decider? Yes or no?
In theory, but we're way too early in it. In theory, like top two teams in the league at that point, then in theory, here's why the Brentford game's even more annoying, because we had a 3-point buffer in that game.
Leave it in the pasture if
we win, meaning we could lose the game and then we'd be level, and then you're not like, it ain't that bad. But if you win, you go 6 points clear of City in October. Do you get what I mean? Like, that Brentford game's going to annoy me forever, man.
All right, so I don't think this is a title decider. I do think it will have a big bearing on how the league finishes, though. And I know people are saying this earlier. I get you. I do get you. I just think these two teams are going to be in and around the top of the league come the end of the season. And we saw when we played them back in 18-19, we played them in January. And that game was the reason they won the league, in my opinion. Because we draw that game or we win it, we win the league. Plus we go invincible as well.
That was at the Etihad though, wasn't it?
That was at the Etihad, yeah. And again, I get it. So Phil's hair said it. Leagues are not won in October. Correct. Leagues can be lost in October, though. Leagues can be lost in October. And we saw that with City back in 1920. I'm pretty sure we beat them in October, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't recover. They did not recover.
But it was more the end of October, and we built up a pretty healthy lead at that point.
We did, but momentum is key. And you got games without a win, it could be a madness.
If you lost Pep after that game, I think he would have actually given up at that point. He would never have actually done it because he is a winner. But I think when we went, I think it was 7 points clear, wasn't it? Or 10 points clear or something like that after we beat them in October that time. I know all the City players thought, fucking hell, there's no point in this, is there? We're not catching them.
I mean, I agree. They shouldn't have had that attitude because I'd hope.
No, but we was on stuff that year. We can look back in hindsight now because at the time we were obviously worried, and there was obviously
change that. You were worried.
You lot only relaxed around December, January time. In October and that, you lot were still just as worried as I was.
No, we weren't worried. We were just like, it's not over yet. You see, when Trent smashed in that fourth goal against Leicester, I was at the dinner table.
That was January though, bro. That
was December. That was December because I think that was Boxing Day, if I'm not mistaken.
Wasn't that January the 1st, wasn't it? No, Boxing Day, January the 1st. Yeah.
But I watched that at my mum's round the dinner table, and I turned to everyone and I said, "League's done." When Trent smashed in that fourth one, I said, "League's done, everyone. We're gonna celebrate from today."
Yeah, that Leicester game. That Leicester game was just it was done for me, fully done. As Trent had a masterclass that day as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got 3 assists and 1 goal. I think it was, or at least 2 assists and 1.
No, he got all 3 of them because a penalty counts as an assist.
Listen, when Trent is on his game,
it's a matter.
It's absolutely just different. It's different gravy for Trent.
I got a shout out to Icon Barbs and Vinny. After we beat Man City, Vinny said it. He said the league's done, and I said to him, "No, it's still early." And he said, "No, league is done." And he was right.
What, in October, yeah?
He said the league was done, bro. He said it with chest. Wrote it in his book as well.
I remember actually.
You know the betting book he's got, Matt.
Yeah, he's got a bet. Yeah.
He said I've written it in the book, so no one can't tell me I didn't say it. And he was right, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
There was a couple fans out there who were about that still. LTAB says Millie putting Grealish in his pocket, save this. Big test for Millie. I'm hoping he lives up to what he can do. Because if he does, then it'll be a tough game for both.
Foden versus Jones.
There's going to be some individual
Foden play.
Probably. Now, do you know what? Actually, I reckon they're going to go Grealish, Sterling, and probably more. Actually, no, Jesus for work rate.
They did that against PSG, didn't they?
Yeah, they're bringing Jesus for work rate on the right. Grealish will still play on the left because I think he's their ball carrier. And down the middle,
I'll make a De Bruyne might play false 9 for them.
The benefit, don't even matter who plays up front for them. They're just an issue. They get on my damn nerves.
The reason I can see De Bruyne starting as DM for them is as false 9 is because I think DM will be Rodri. I think Rodri will play this game.
Yeah, Fernandinho's getting phased out now.
But I also think they'll go strong in midfield. I think they'll go Bernardo Silva and Gundogan as well in midfield. Gundogan's fit.
I agree with that.
So I see Kevin De Bruyne playing as a false 9. I see Grealish on the left and Jesus on the right.
Grealish. Yeah, that's why I said Grealish left, Jesus on the right. Well, and De Bruyne. And then you think they pack the midfield with Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and probably
Gundogan.
Is Gundogan if Gundogan's fit? Gundogan's
not fit.
So who else could they bring in? They could be really stubborn, which I don't think they would do, but they could go Fernandinho, Rodri, and Bernardo.
They could do.
I can't imagine Pep playing 2 DMs in one game.
I can against Liverpool. I'll be honest with you, we're the only team in the league that Pep, I think, loses sleep over.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Like, not saying he doesn't think about the other teams and think about them tactically, but
Yeah,
we're the
I
ones
reckon
that
he does.
really make
Well,
him sit there and
remember
think, how do we
in the
do this?
documentary, we weren't even as good as we are now then.
Yeah.
When they did their All or Nothing. And he had there's a full bit where he's breaking down Liverpool and telling everyone what they got to do and all that.
Yeah, man was fully stressed.
They scare me. They scare me.
More than you know.
What do we do?
No, it's more than you believe.
More than you believe.
More than you believe.
We cannot replace him.
We cannot.
You know the new one now. The new one now though is I am Phil. I am very Phil.
I'm very Phil. Like, Derek. Like,
oh man!
Yeah, he's a G.
Hilarious. He's actually hilarious.
He is.
Oh,
I am Phil. I am very Phil. Have you seen the build up 24 Derek Chisora and he was calling him out?
No.
I have.
It's hilarious, bro. Derek!
Yeah,
Derek! Derek! Do you know how peed off I'd be if I was Derek Chisora,
bro? I'm not gonna lie. Someone's just like shouting your name like that. Just,
Derek!
Mugging.
In fact, continue talking. I'm gonna see if I can find the clip because when you see it, Jim, you're gonna.
But you see, Chisora is one of them people, where it's like you can get underneath his skin in it, like you just can. Because remember what happened?
He's too young to be called Derek as well. You know, that's an uncle's name.
You think
like
so?
Like you're in your 50s when you're called Derek. You know what I mean? That's a proper uncle's name.
To be fair though, Chisora ain't exactly a young buck anymore. Remember, he's kind of seen as like a vet now, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's only late 30s. It ain't like he's like, do you know what I mean? He's just old because he's a sportsman, isn't it? In real life, he's not old. He's just
no. You're right, but obviously he goes in a category with the other heavyweight.
David Hay.
No. The one that they call King Kong.
Oh no, Ortiz is in his 40s.
Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz.
But but he's kind of going into that bracket.
I found it, you man.
You found it?
It gives me jokes every time I see it.
Just make sure it ain't no thing that's gonna hit us.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? There are some bits with music, so I'm gonna skip those bits.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear it?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Derek! I'm waiting for you! Derek!
Let me see if I can find the next one. Yeah, this is the one still.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Derek! Derek! Where are you, Derek? I'm Ran. Derek! Derek!
Man said, I am Run, you know.
This brother, you know.
Derek!
Derek! I run!
I am Run. I'm not even gonna lie. He is actually a superstar and people don't realize it.
Yeah,
he actually is.
Shout out to John Moore, who's just become a member of ours. John, you obviously, I saw the message before. He was a member before, but had a few issues. So welcome back to the team, John.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew John was a member before. Yeah, big up, man, like John.
Appreciate it, John. Big up yourself as always.
I am Run. That's the new one now.
Derek!
Where are you, Derek? Are you ready, Derek? Nah, it's long, bro.
All right, well, people, getting to that point of the show. Anything you guys wanted to discuss before we bring the callers in? Sorry.
I'm good in the hood, man. I mean,
actually, yes.
A little tea up there, Matt.
Yeah, yes. Slam dunk, people. Do not forget. What's this show sponsored by? That's right. Our one and only sponsor, Fans Bet. And listen, if you join Fans Bet as a new customer, place your first £10 bet. Sports with 3 legs at odds 103 greater per leg and a free multiple bet. must contain 3 legs at odds of 1.3 greater per leg. People, free bet stakes are not returned and no wagering requirements on winnings at £100 total max win. People, please bet carefully.
Big up fans bet.
Big
Not
up.
just-
And big up fans bet each and every time.
Not just a betting company that gives back as well, people. That's what makes them really special. So make sure you check them out.
Trust
And
me,
don't forget, guys, to check our Twitter an hour or two before every single Liverpool game, because we normally give out exclusive fan bet odds just for the Liverpool through our Kop-ish promo code. So make sure you check out our Twitter, check out all our socials, and we're normally giving away a little special. And you know what I mean? Try to win you a little bit extra money, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, people. Take a punt. It's worth it.
Indeed. I like that, man. I like that.
Take a punt. You have to take a punt. It's worth it, bro.
All right.
I might start doing some public fan betting, make it interesting.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna lie. I've got a thingy on
Listen,
this weekend. I've got an accumulator on this weekend.
I was
and I'm
going to
not putting
say,
it in the
accumulators,
atmosphere.
people.
Who's
if
in
you're
my
into your-
accumulator?
If you're into accumulators, trust me.
This is the biggest accumulator I've ever done money-wise. I don't normally put double figures into my accumulators. I normally bet like single figures, but I went double this one.
Oh, you went double?
Yeah.
Boy, I might have to do the same.
I need some money.
Because listen, let's be real. All the things that we've predicted, I think is kind of. I don't want people, by the way, to take us as gospel, but I think you might have a good chance, bro.
By the way, who owes me money on those lottery numbers? I want to know if I want to know who did
You
it.
think these Braves pay for themselves, yeah?
You think this beard cuts itself, though? Get a beard game. Are you crazy? Drift, tell them.
You know what? Here's a little tip I want to give the people, and obviously don't be angry with me if this goes wrong. But I'm going. So if you want to follow me. Both teams to score, but I've picked the winner. Right? If you don't know about the coupon bets, where you do the both teams to score.
Are you talking about City Liverpool, yeah?
No, I've done an accumulator.
You've done an accumulator. But
so I've done both teams to score Villa win, both teams to score Arsenal win, both teams to score Man United win, and then I've just gone for a straight Chelsea win. That's my 4-team accumulator. So if you want to follow me, follow me. I'll put big money on it, and I'm going to get big money back if it comes through, and I'm shitting myself because I put big money on it, but the win is going to be exponential.
Damn, son. I'm not going to lie. If that bet could actually... do you know what, though? There's always going to be...
MP said we call it a parlay.
Parlay. The only slip up I can see in that will be the Man United one, because they are Man United. They should be Everton. Now that my man said that they've got no Richarlison and no Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they should win. But I don't know. As you said, it's the Benitez team. That's the only thing, because even I would follow you in that one.
Yeah, I've took a gamble. I've definitely took a gamble.
But that's what
I feel
you
like
do,
it might pay off.
That's what you gotta do sometimes, though. You gotta, make a calculated gamble, and this is why.
See where it goes.
You win some, you lose some, but more times you win.
Indeed.
It's calculated.
You win some,
people.
you lose some.
The link is in the chat. We are waiting for you guys to come and join the party. But we have got our first caller. He's not been on for a while. He's got his own YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe and you follow him. He's an absolute legend of this channel. The smooth Scotsman, man like Conroy. Conroy, welcome to the show, brother.
How's it doing, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we
Yeah. What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, it's been a heavy Friday when I'm just on the phone because I'm done in with this week. But I was like, I actually meant to phone last week. I text Callum after he finished the show. I was like, meant to phone me. I fell asleep 5 minutes as I got in the house and woke up and it was like 10 o'clock. Didn't know where I was. Like, oh, I've missed the show. So I made a point.
I hate them ones. And the neck's killing you because you fell asleep on the sofa in some.
Oh mate, oh yeah.
Trust me.
And you always got the same bit because it's like you feel it's the comfiest part, and then 3 hours later, big mistake.
Yeah. Neck's just broke up. Yeah, and I've got a leather sofa, so I'm all dehydrated and shit.
Yeah, dehydrated.
You got to peel yourself.
Yeah, bro, you know, peel yourself off the sofa, man's all dehydrated and that. No.
No, I'm glad to hear, guys. Listen, the show's absolutely it was flying already. It's still flying. It's great to see. But and I hope you're well. But I know there'll be loads of people coming in. It's very busy. Kop-ish Fridays. It's still amazing. But what I was going to ask, guys, is 2 questions. And actually, if I've got time free, but just like for each one of you can decide who wants to answer. So the first one is maybe just a small point. Is Simon Jordan was saying last week, 2 weeks ago, but I fell asleep last week, about the zone of football, like or DAZN, however you want to pronounce it.
Oh yeah, the zone.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's the zone.
They're going to. It looks like it's probably 80% that they're going to buy off BT, because BT originally just bought that. It was to compete again because they saw a gap in the market with sport, and they're looking to sell it off for a profit. So, if you obviously know the zone, like what they charge is a lot cheaper than anything in the British market. I know a lot of people use like the Surfshark app and stuff like that, so they can change it. So I think Canada, you can get it's like $20 a month. It's equivalently Netflix for football.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get what's your thoughts on that, and in 10 years or 5 years time, do you think that will be the norm? And people like Sky Sports and well, not BT anymore because they're going to take over BT. Just to get your thoughts on where football will be with that, because I feel like everything else has went that way, and it came to like cinema and movies. I mean, look at like Disney Plus and stuff like that. It's kind of went that way as well. So just one is whoever wants to answer that one, because I feel like that might come quicker than we think. Like that might just be a couple of years, and that could happen. The second one, just quickly, was I used to talk about this. Was who do you think the best manager outside the historic top 6 is? Like you mentioned, Potter, he would obviously be in that hat. So just who you think about that. And the last one would be, I got quite pissed off the other day actually, because people use this narrative sometimes, and you're talking about right backs, and that's just an example, but people say like, this is not even a dig at Wan-Bissaka, but they'll say Wan-Bissaka is great defensively and that's your position as a fullback. That's nonsense. That's changed a long time ago. If you're a fullback now in football, right, your attacking ability, there's a reason they're probably the most balanced players. And like people like Robbo, or even say Luke Shaw, have the ability to get up and down because that's their role. So the attacking input and defensive is just the same in my opinion. And I just wanted to raise that, and if you agree, because when someone says, oh, he's a defender, that's his job. No, that's not how football works anymore. If that was the case, everyone would go long ball and everyone plays from the back, or goalkeepers don't have to have good footwork. So it just annoyed me, because that agenda works when it suits you, when people are defending like Wan-Bissaka. But when we talk about goalkeepers now, every top team needs a keeper who plays with his feet. So I just wanted your opinion on that, because I think it's a load of nonsense. And yeah, that was my point on that, and just how you feel. So listen, guys, I'll let you crack on. It'll be a busy show, but I know it's been a while. I'll make sure I come on next week and bring the questions on.
Yeah, we missed you, bro. Big up, man.
Big up yourself, bro. It's been a while still. It's been on, man.
I know. Catch up soon, guys. But enjoy it, right?
Bro. Guys. Take care, bro.
Take care.
I saw Cal nodding at the defender one, so we'll give Cal the defender one straight up and down. I'll take the zone one. I don't mind sinking my teeth into that one.
Cool. What was the other one? Sorry, which was
best manager outside the historical top 6 or big 6.
So basically, Arteta, Daesh, those kind of guys.
All them man there. All right, cool.
No. Yeah, drifting something else, try to drop Arsenal out of the top 6. Yeah.
Hey, Sean Dash gets a shout.
You last response was hilarious today to that clip I put in the group.
I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't so busy with work, I was gonna do a dub over that still.
That would have been sick. No, save it. Yeah. Don't say what it is, so you can cut that dub.
Don't say for real. You need to do an Island Dash dub over.
Yeah. I might do a normal Dash and an Island Dash for that. But yeah,
you know the bit where he looks over his shoulder, like, what happened to this brother?
Oh my chatto. Let me hear that again. See that? Me catch him again. Idiot boy. I'm not gonna lie though, as much as I take the mick out of his impression and stuff like that, I'll be honest. The way he just was treating that reporter, I thought was disgusting. I'm not.
It was rude, didn't it? It was proper rude.
The way
it was bang out of order.
He is definitely the biggest gangster in the Premier League. I've got no doubt in my mind now. Royal Rumble Dash fucks up everybody. Everybody. The way he was dealing with that man, yeah, shows me that when he's professional in front of the camera, he's just putting on a show because he can't be unprofessional
that was the real
Premier League manager.
The real him kind of like seeped out there, you know. Like seeped out there.
And everybody else could feel the bully in the room. You knew everyone could feel the bully in the room. Sean Dash is a bully, 100%.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was
anyone says.
Well, it was no. In fact, no, because he made the point of it because it was a virtual one, innit? So the guy would actually.
Yeah, he said
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll be like next time.
Freezes. Yeah, well, all right. Like he's just a bully, bro. He's a bully.
If I was
that's probably why he hates Klopp.
Ever saw him,
Klopp stands up to him, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Although Klopp better be careful though, because
you don't want man to scoop him up like Bane did against Batman.
I'm giving a backbreaker,
I was born in the dark, Klopp.
I was born in the dark.
Bracking up man's back in that, you know, having to do the long ass recovery.
All right. I'll start on the agenda one then. I thought Conway was spot on. We always do this. We always and look, Liverpool fans are guilty of it as well. But whenever I speak to a Man United fan, Trent's only good in your system because you allow him to attack. Wan-Bissaka's still not great in your system and you allow him to defend. So put that into context as well. It's easier for Wan-Bissaka to be a right back at Man United than it is for Trent to be a right back at Liverpool. Wan-Bissaka at Liverpool does not survive at all. Wan-Bissaka at Man City probably doesn't survive. Wan-Bissaka at Leicester probably doesn't survive. And I actually rate Wan-Bissaka, but I've just got to call it how it is. He's a good fullback. Good. Trent is world class. Like, I don't get how there's even a debate anymore. We saw Trent at Old Trafford. We saw what he did to them. And they played Pogba on the left to try and negate that, and he couldn't handle him. Big old Pogba could not handle Trent. And this whole notion of, he gets beaten. Yes, he usually gets beaten because he's out of position because he's actually our creative player. He plays as a false two. Like, whether you want to call it a myth or whatever, when you've got a right back who's more creative than most central midfielders in world football, and most wingers in world football, then we've got to have a conversation. You've got to ask yourself why he's so impactful, why he's so good. Like, name me a manager in world football who's not taking Trent and sitting down there right back. You maybe only got to think of Kimmich at Bayern Munich. And Kimmich don't even play fullback. He plays in midfield. And Pavard plays there. So Pavard may even have to sit on the bench for Trent. Only manager who may even debate it is maybe Guardiola because of how he plays. And he prefers Cancelo. But that's it.
Yeah,
I think Carl Walker is very underrated in my opinion.
He is, and Cancelo is good as well. But do you want to know something? Just to add to that, there's a bit of a myth, like in terms of like how good Wan-Bissaka is at defending, because I think he's good, very good in one-on-one situations. Like that's obviously his strongest point. But bro, some of the times he can ball watch, you know. He can ball watch a lot. And if you look at the way Man United concede their goals, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of their goals come off his side, you know.
Wan-Bissaka's a good recovery tackler.
I know he is.
His positioning ain't even good either, Matt.
No. His front. See, this is what I'm saying.
United fans don't even like him anymore.
One-on-one, he's pretty good at being. One-on-one, he's pretty aggressive. He's good enough. But that's the one thing I think he has. Other than that, though,
I think he's the definition of a defensive. He's a pace merchant. You know, like people will say that about wingers and strikers. He's a pace merchant. I think Wan-Bissaka is the right back version of that. If he didn't have recovery pace, he would be the most washed defender you've ever seen. I don't care what anybody says. He's just got recovery pace and he does good slide tackles in that recovery. That's it. I think Wan-Bissaka is a 5 out of 10 right back. And I think the price tag and the fact that he went to Thingy, and he did perform extremely well at Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace, the crap, so he stood out a bit. That's it, man.
Danny Trafford on said Wan-Bissaka's Booker T.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. Fuck up, WCW champ.
It's 50 mil 50 mil. That's what it is. But yeah.
All right, the zone drift. You wanted to.
Yeah. I think Conroy is spot on in terms of I think the takeover. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube and Amazon come ham and they get involved and they've got a big slice of the pie maybe 4 or 5 years down the line as well. I've got the zone and I actually really like the zone. The only thing about the zone that would worry me is they ain't giving them prices if it comes to England. Those prices are because in Canada, they're trying to encourage people. And in America, they're trying to encourage people to watch the Premier League. And those people who are over there who aren't as fully invested in it need a little bit of extra encouragement to get on board. Because England is where it's at when it comes to the Premier League, and we can't live without our Premier League, they won't be cheap. They won't be cheap. I personally don't actually think the zone makes a difference to us in England. I don't mean to burst anyone's bubble, but I feel like it would be probably about £15 to £20 a month if the zone get it, which is around what BT Sports is, if I'm being honest. But here's the difference. What worries me, BT Sport is through your Virgin or your Skybox, and you can still watch it as a TV channel. So if your internet goes down, you can still watch the sport. What I don't like about the zone is if your internet is down, you can't watch the football. And I think internet going down ain't like a common thing in general, but it can happen. Yeah. I was going to say, you might have been getting hit up a lot recently.
Matt's life is common still.
Mine is just...
And I'm going to be honest with you. The other day, my internet went down at like, I think it was like 11 o'clock, and we just finished the stream. And I remember thinking, woo! Like, literally, I got away with that. And then it came back on at like 4 a.m. So it was only off for about 5 hours. And then I was okay for the next day. But I'll be honest with you, lot. I went to bed that night thinking, what do I even do? Like, I don't know if anyone's ever not had internet in their house for 5 hours. But I was actually like, what, E4? What do I do here? Like, I don't even know what to do here. Like, that would be when I'm flinging on Amazon, flinging on Netflix, going on YouTube. Bare times I just put my headphones on and I get lost in music on YouTube for hours, just letting it reminisce, pick the tune for me. Like, I do loads of stuff like that at night time. So I was like, bro, what do I do without the internet? And you know what? Shout out to the old school man who's got hard drives. Like, man, I know you know what I'm talking about. I had to just draw for that, brother. And thankfully, I've got some shit on my hard drive.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, yeah, fling on a little Friends or whatever. But like, you're just like, raw, like, hold on a minute. What do you do when the internet ain't working? And I think we've got so accustomed to that now that I was tempted to do the thing off my phone. You know, when you do the what's it called? The spotting or whatever it is, the hotspot or whatever you do.
Oh,
yeah. I was even tempted to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I done that. I had to do that. When my internet went down for like, I think it was like 2 days. Yeah, bro, man, I had to use my phone as a hotspot, go on my laptop and watch a bit of Netflix and just to try and feel normal. It's kind of weird, like I've had internet, but I know you're saying.
It's millennium shit. So I don't think the zone taking over, there's anything wrong with it at all. I think it'll be good. But unless the zone do it the way BT did it, where it comes through your Skybox, I would be worried that as soon as your internet's down, that's it. You can't watch it. If there's a problem with your internet, all of a sudden you can't watch. You get what I mean? You can't watch.
They'll have to find a way.
But if they... So, Dia said you talk to family. The people you never speak to, you're just like, yeah, we ain't spoke for a while, but my internet's down. We saying, if they do it very similar to the way they're doing it now, it'll be sensational. Like if they come true and they're like, right, because we are who we are, we want to keep our reputation high. We're going to make it $8.99 a month, or we're going to do something like that. Or like they do in Canada, where you can just buy a package for the entire 12 months. So say they came true and they were like £200, but that's for the entire year. So you just do $199.99 and then you never pay again for the whole year. You get the whole 12 months. That would be amazing. Like, I'm not going to lie, if they did a package like that, even though that's way more expensive than thingy, we did it the other day when we was working stuff out. What is it, £50, £60 a month we pay for the sport package? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That is
bro.
actually
It's expensive.
that is
It's
actually like, it
expensive.
made me feel sick when we actually did that. When you really deep it, I remember Matt gave me the yearly amount as like a total. He went, so hold on a minute, that means we pay such and such per year. And when man said that big amount, I thought he was saying he's going to go and buy a car. Not that's how much we pay for sport. That it was a joke. It was something
It's
like
mad.
600 or 700 pound. Matt was like, so that means per year we pay such. And when I heard Matt, I was like, right, I pay 700 or 600 pound a year to watch football.
Yeah,
What the hell? Like, it was crazy. Like, it blew my mind just to think about it. So if they did like 199 one-off yearly payment, I'll be all over it, because I'll be like, well, it's going to end up saving me £400 or £500 anyway. So like, yeah, let's go in it. So it depends how the zone come through and do it. I like their coverage though. The zone have got good coverage. So yeah, we'll see.
And finally for you, Matt, best manager outside the big six.
Few candidates. Rafa Benitez has got to be one of them. I still feel like he's top. He's top. And I think he's doing very well at Everton. Brendan Rodgers, I don't think so. I like what Bielsa's doing. Do you know who else I actually really like as well? The RB Leipzig manager, Jesse Marsh. I like what he's about as well.
This is just Prem.
Oh, just Prem. Sorry, just Prem.
Yeah, outside the big six. Yeah,
it's got to be Bielsa or Benitez.
Yeah,
one of them two. It's one of them two for me. I like them for different reasons. Bielsa, the way of playing, it's just fluid and it's just different. And then you got Rafa Benitez, who you know what you're going to get from Rafa. Rafa will do anything to try and get that dub for you, and will try and make sure you will not lose. They're both amazing managers. Definitely out of them two for me, Bielsa and Benitez.
Agreed.
I can't split the two though.
All right, guys, going to get through some super chats, and then, guys, when we bring you in, we're going to give you a minute 30 to ask your question or make your comments, and then we'll get a minute each to answer as well, people. So Ash says, Ollie is like a youngster playing Football Manager. All his signings are based on flavor of the month type signings: Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Sancho, and Van der Beek. Could argue.
Can I just touch on that quickly, because he said Maguire. You lot saw that savage
Yeah, I'll be honest. So as a fan, I find it funny. But someone new, like, for us working in this or semi-working in the industry, that's extremely unprofessional, you know.
No, you should be saying them things like that.
No. I hear you, and Cal, you're bang on. But I love how the Dutchman are just raggo and they just tell it how it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's refreshing. It is refreshing. Man just came through and was like, he don't know this brother goes home and tells his wife, I know I ain't good, I'm nicking a living here.
I'm not gonna lie. That's
he is
still
savage.
That is deep, though. I think that is deep. Like,
but imagine, as a fellow Dutchman, do you know what he's saying? He's seeing Van Dijk be one of the best centre backs that's ever lived, and he's hearing us compare this little English boy who ain't really nothing. He's like, are you lot having a fucking laugh? I gotta bring you lot back to reality here. Like, you think Maguire is anywhere near Van Dijk level? Like,
there's ways of doing
man
it.
Could have just said Maguire ain't worth the price. He's just not great as people think he is. Man actually said, he goes on to his wife and says,
deep.
Ain't that great, you know? I'm just nicking a living still.
That is deep.
That is deep.
Like,
man actually said, wife, go home to your wife.
That for me suggests that there's beef between them behind the scenes.
I'm not going to lie. If I was hired Maguire, boy.
To actually quote him, he said, I reckon he goes home and tells his girl, babe, you know I'm shit at football.
That is mad.
That is peak, you know?
But I'm nicking a living. I was like, yo, just quickly on that the zone thing, yeah, before I'm losing. So Manchu, $20 for them to get even the Champions League. We do get robbed over here, you know. I'm not
even
we do getting robbed.
Yeah.
Been getting robbed.
Wow.
Robbed for years, man.
That's because we're not united when it comes to this stuff. No pun intended.
$20 a year. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even expect to have to pay that little. That is really little, but that is sensational. $20 for the whole year.
Remember, that's all gonna be what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the word. Put it like this, it's because of where you see how you're saying in Canada, in terms of like how they're trying to really get an audience, so they're gonna put the price there, the price point is gonna be low. So it's about getting those fans on board. Like, I'll be very surprised if it stayed $20. I'll be shocked. I would be shocked, can't even lie.
Please don't tell me this is true.
No,
please.
I don't think.
I think he's just bantering Matt here. This has to be that. This cannot be true.
It's not.
I've seen the video. He's chatting rubbish. Chatting rubbish, bro. Andre, you're chatting rubbish.
So cool.
I saw the video though. What was it? Van Dijk and Robbo were joking about saying they opened up Naby's thing before Naby was meeting them, and Robbo was like, "Ooh, 79, it's gone down," and then Virgil was like, "Out of all the players, he's not going to be happy with this, you know." And they started laughing, and then when Naby saw his cards and saw the stats, he was just like, "Nah, bro." You could tell he was so annoyed. Do you know who else was actually annoyed by their rating? Salah was not having it, bro.
Didn't he lose? Didn't he lose some?
He went down by 1, so Salah was 90 in the last one. In this one, he's 89. Not only that, they made his strength. No, listen to this bit. He's weaker than Robbo.
What?
So basically, they were like, so Robbo was like, Mo, you might want to look at your strength. And Mo like looked at the thing, and Mo was like, what? I can't remember what was it. I think Mo might be like 74 or something, and Robbo might be like 75 or 76, yeah?
Hold on. So Mo Salah, Mr. Back Your Top and Take Your Girl, they've only given 78 for strength.
The
like
same
that.
brother.
In fact, you know what I'm going to tell you now.
Who holds up the ball for big centre-backs.
Big centre-backs. Them brothers there, bro.
Yeah,
it's actually
that's why I don't play FIFA, man.
No, but you know what, bro? I'm going to be real. If I have a choice to play FIFA or the new eFootball, I'm picking FIFA. eFootball is a hot mess.
Yeah, I've been here, but they've given it away for free. They
no,
don't
bro,
care
it don't matter.
anymore.
It don't, bro. I'll be honest with you. This is anyone that's even downloaded it. I'm sure you have. It is a mobile game that's been ported over to whatever console you're on. It's dead. Yeah, it's absolutely dead.
So basically, Konami don't want to make football games anymore.
No,
really.
No. They really don't. I think they're just like, oh, we'll use the same model as Fortnite, and because we won't make our game that great, but we'll add a couple of things here and then. Some people might pay for it,
Don't tell me they're gonna like put things in it where you can like do some like crazy
No, you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Kick or some dumb shit like that.
Imagine this,
it's all gonna get all party clowning.
No. Listen to this. This is for the people that maybe didn't know. Yeah.
Remember Adidas football? Was it Adidas Power Soccer? Remember that game back in the day, bro? Where you could wind up the Predator shot.
Sorry. Yeah, I know.
It was some arcade game or some shit.
Bro, listen to this. They delayed their game for 2 years. This game was supposed to come out last year, eFootball, yeah? Do you know what makes it mad? So what you can download now for free, you only get 9 teams.
Yeah, but that was to be expected.
Bro, do you know what the 9 teams are? It's like Arsenal, I can't even remember that. Arsenal, Man United, and then they got some Brazilian teams. Bro.
Oh, yeah, they give you all the shit teams. Yeah,
bro,
that makes
all
sense.
you can do is kick off for 5 minutes, and there's only like 2 options, I think, for difficulty. But when I say to you, they actually took the piss. They actually said to all the PES fans, ha. That's what they did. They were working for 2 years and done that. I'm not gonna lie, I would get sacked if I did that. It's wild. Go and check out.
I've got a feeling FIFA got so annoyed that they were getting better than them. They've just bought them out the game because they've got so much money. And now FIFA's the only football game available. They've actually monopolized the entire market.
Yeah.
EA have monopolized the entire market. Now there isn't anybody like 2K, the only people who compete against them on any sport game at all now, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, Salah has got 75 strength.
That's deep. But Geordie T, Squid Game finna be coming for you, Drift, betting double figures. Or Squid Game?
Oh, that's that new Netflix show, isn't it? I haven't watched it, but I've heard people
I've heard about it. I've heard about it. I need to watch it.
I'm trying to get through all the other series I'm watching before I get on it. But yeah, I've heard about that. I think I saw a trailer for it. It looks a bit nuts still. I'm not sure if it's a Japanese subtitle or whatever, but yeah, I'm gonna get into it because people on Netflix have been saying it's good. So apologies, I don't get the reference at the moment.
Liverpool 12th man says, with the head-to-head being a tiebreaker, this game is important. Liverpool Man City, that is.
I might start speaking tonight.
Himanshu Grizz said on the Big Six that Tierney is better than Robbo as a footballer. Yeah,
I
he
know.
should.
I saw that.
I remember
did.
he said he did say that. He did.
I watched him
saw
say
it.
it.
I actually watched it.
But someone in the chat just said that Grizz's son is an Arsenal fan, and now it makes sense why he's always bigging up Arsenal players. I get it now. He's just doing father duties.
We're gonna have to speak to Grizz. We're gonna
yeah.
to Grizz.
He's doing father duties. I can't be upset with a man doing father. I mean, what I really want to do is sit Grizz down and say, brother, I love you, but how the fuck did your son become an Arsenal fan? But if we put that to one side, like he's doing his daddy duties. He's trying to hype up the Arsenal man. Now I get why he bigs up Arteta, why he's got love for Aubameyang. It makes sense now. He's got to watch the games of his son, and it probably makes him have like an affiliation with them now.
That's fair enough. We still gotta have words.
I just want to ask him, like,
Grizz is better than that.
Robbo over. Sorry, Tierney over Robbo. Sorry, he said
Grizz,
Tierney.
bro. We're gonna have a word about that.
We're gonna have to talk, Grizz.
Have
That's for love, bro. Tierney, good player. Don't wrong. Tierney, good, but ain't better than Robbo.
Rahil says, bruv, Trent had the best defensive statistics out of all England's right backs last season for tackles, ball recoveries, and dribbled pass. Hate stupid narratives. Facts. Rahil, I've just gone through your super chat again. I'm scanning it. I can't see any errors with it. It's just facts all over the place. Facts. Ash said, if Salah was English and Kane was Egyptian, what would be their value? Genuinely, the agenda against Salah on Sky and Talksport is actually sad. You know what? Can I jump into this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Trevor Sinclair and Simon Jordan come out and said some stuff on that channel or whatever they call themselves. And I'm getting to the point where it's like, you know what? We as YouTubers get called out a lot for being clickbaity and for saying stuff to get a reaction and all that. I'm gonna be real with you. Some of these football pundits get away with murder, and the reason they get away with it is because they don't get real-time reactions. We do. If we say something wild or something that people don't agree with, we get it. And you know what? It's part and parcel of what we do. I've accepted it. Whether people agree with us or not, they're going to let us know their opinions. And that's why we love the Kopish community. But you see, when it just becomes a thing where you're constantly saying stuff for a reaction or because you just want to be in the headlines or you want your bit clipped up, stop doing football punditry and go into something where you get attention. Go into acting or something like that where it's all about you, innit? Because this isn't for you. For you to sit there and talk about, Liverpool fans love Suarez more than Salah. Behave yourself. Like that. There's a difference.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, bruv, there's a difference in having a conversation saying a lot of Liverpool fans may rate Suarez above Salah. That's fine. That's an argument we had. When it comes to the whole love thing, it's not even close. A lot of Liverpool fans they hate Suarez. They appreciate what he does as a footballer and what he did for Liverpool. But as a person, you think we like Suarez. The guy goes around biting people. That's rabies shots. Like, let's be honest, yeah. Let's sit. Let's really go. No, let's really go back.
No, but it's facts though.
Name me one controversial thing Salah has done since he's been at Liverpool Football Club.
Got a haircut.
It's true though. It's true. No, it ain't done nothing.
What has he done? And
backed his top. In the picture to show he got his haircut. That
he ain't done nothing, fam.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he's had 3 or 4 yellow cards since he's been at Liverpool. And out of the yellow cards he's had, if he's had 4, 3 of them have been for taking his shirt off.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Suarez was out there biting, diving, fouling. Like, don't get me wrong, you love it as a footballer when he's on your team, but when he come back and played against us, you saw for what he really was, innit? Took Robbo out of the game, kicked Robbo out of the game, plus tried to get Fabinho sent off and all that nonsense. You see what he is. Fantastic footballer, one of the greatest strikers to ever play the game, but he's an absolute dirtbag. And I'd say another word if Mum didn't watch this sometimes as well, but he's an absolute dirtbag. So for them to sit
Whisper it, I'll say it.
Nah, the P word, isn't it?
Oh, what, he's a pussy, oh yeah?
Yeah.
I think he's a pum pum.
Yeah, I was gonna go the Jamaican route still.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
When I get angry, the yardie comes out at me still. Sorry. But
They say both when they're vexed, to be fair.
yeah.
It's true. It's so true, though. It's true.
But shall I tell you what it is? I'm getting fed up of these so-called pundits saying things that they think represent football fan base. Because I'll be honest with you, I think Simon Jordan and Trevor Sinclair are so out of touch with what modern football fans are. It's ridiculous. And the fact they get paid to say what they say makes it even more frustrating. Because if they were just like us, I'd get that you do your thing in it. But you're being paid by a massive company to be professional and to have valid opinions based around facts. And you're not doing any of it right now. So if you're going to speak about it, let's just leave Liverpool out of it for now, because you're just not good at what you do. And I'll be honest, the fact that I think I'd be very comfortable and confident sitting in a room with one of those two and arguing about Liverpool says a lot about where they are. I shouldn't feel like that about a top pundit. So that's my little
Facts.
Yeah, I'll be honest, if they started speaking about Liverpool, I'd rip them to shreds.
I think the most contradictory thing out of all of it is they tried to have a go at Robbie and really belittle him, and he smacked it the way he stood up for himself. And they were like, you only do this, you only do that. Imagine that channel trying to have a go at a man when their entire radio station was built off of letting people just call in and chat shit. And then they tried to have a go at Robbie. And why did you go from radio to visual if you're not looking to be the exact same thing? Because they now have a YouTube channel where they do what we do now, but they just have obviously people who are ex-footballers. Why have you gone down that road and not just stuck to radio if you're not trying to do the same thing you were shouting at Robbie and trying to make Robbie look shit for? Yeah. Because they can't take that Robbie is the Don Dada in the game. He's the king of this shit. And he did that with no clout at the beginning. And all these men as professionals feel entitled that because they used to kick ball, that they should just be automatically
I remember one of them owned the club. Yeah, one of them owned the club. Simon Jordan.
Like, there's certain men that I hear talk about football, and I don't want to be disrespectful because I will always be, make your money, B. Make your money. Do you know what I mean? So I will never hate about anybody making their money. I'm all about the paper chase for anyone who wants to do what they do. But I do look at them sometimes and think, where did I go wrong in my life? Why you get paid all of that and I get paid this, and I know I could do a better job than you do at what you're doing. It is quite, sometimes you just think to yourself like, like, you know what I mean? Like, where did my decision making go wrong and yours was right for you to be able to be in that position?
Dignity. That's where it is. It's dignity drift.
Yeah, so, maybe for real.
So, and I'll be real with you, Drift. I'd rather have a lot of dignity than a lot of money.
No, I agree with that.
Same.
I agree with that.
There's levels.
Really would. Geordie T says Salah has killed Bear Man in the pitch. He has. Well, Salah been doing this like from before we came to Liverpool.
So effectively, that's what his crime is, Cal. That's what Geordie T's saying. Like he's murdering man on the pitch, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dopey man. Dopey man.
One phone call it take for me.
That's my fucking Cal. You always put the songs in my head. You say it, and now I need to hear it.
One phone call it take for me. I walk over and drop down flat.
Boom.
But me gonna stop my food. Me no matter about you. I mean, I care about that. Can't talk, man.
Yeah, bro. I need to hear it now, bro.
Enough of them say so. Willem says, Drifty, knowing our current potential in our squad, what do you think we should bring to the City game as an element of surprise?
Curtis Jones for a start. I don't think they'll be expecting us to play Curtis, and I think he'll be playing between the lines and picking up pockets of space in between the lines. That will.
You mean
I know my rapper impression is terrible.
In the half.
I think that could be an element of surprise. I think they'd be shocked if we played Milner if Trent is fit as well. I think that would be a bit of a surprise to them because obviously they would probably think we'd play Trent. I think Trent isn't quite ready though, so I think Milner's probably going to play.
He's not. Klopp said he's not ready.
Yeah.
I think Curtis will be the element of surprise. Oh, the ultimate element of surprise that will never happen, but will make me a fucking happy man,
here
is
we
if
go.
they start the big man up top. But they're not going to do that.
boy.
They're not going to do that. So.
Yeah, you might want to add that to your accumulator if you want to make some more money, Drift.
Bro, I wouldn't even risk putting in my accumulator. He'll touch pitch. Never mind, he'll bloody start.
Yeah, that might
True.
not happen. So. All right, let's get some callers in. Ahmad C, can you hear us, bro?
Yo, my guys.
Yes, bro.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, family? What's up?
Welcome back, man.
Hey, good to be back. Good to be back. Before I get to my question, I just want a moment of silence for people taking off their shirts and celebrating like it's 1999 against Villarreal. But but we move.
That was funny.
But yeah. So my question is, who do you guys think is the best manager since the start of the new millennium? And I'll tell you, my vote is going to go to Jurgen Klopp. I've got him first. Probably second, I'd say Jose Mourinho. And third, I'd say Conte. You guys already know. I'm not going to get into the Pep thing because I've already broken that one down, but we'll leave that one alone.
Drifty is screaming inside right now.
He's hurt inside.
But yeah, I mean, when you just think about it, because I break it down into 3 parts. So one, tactics, right? I don't think Klopp is the best tactical manager out there, but that's fine. Then there's man management, and then there's how do you improve players? If you look at this man's track record, to be getting promotion with Mainz, right? Then the first season in the Bundesliga, he finished 11th with the lowest budget in the league. And you know what? A lot of rival fans, they'll try to discredit him. They'll say, oh, but he has this player, this person. But when he bought that person, you were laughing. When we bought Mo Salah, even I was a bit underwhelmed. Like, are we really going in for a Chelsea reject? I mean, you can look at the Fiorentina highlights and say, yeah, he's doing good. But, it's not the same. You never know what you're going to get, honestly.
True.
So, I mean, when you look at all that, just being able to take £6 million players and make them the best in their position in the world, I feel like that's I don't see a lot of people doing that. And especially with the man management, you just know that he's somebody you want to play for. The players, when they're getting out there on the pitch, they know, all right, that guy's behind me, so I can do anything. It just gives you that invincibility that you can conquer any opponent that you have. So
20 seconds left, bro.
Okay. But yeah, man. So that's my question. Oh, and quick before I go, Callum, I love the Giggs impression. That was the first song I heard from England. The first song I heard from England was the
Talking the Hardest.
Yeah, talking the hardest. Everybody wants to know we're walking the hardest.
No, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep the Giggs team going as long as he doesn't catch me. The moment he catches me, I'm stopping. I'm not gonna lie to you, lot.
Yeah, man. You don't want that Peckham.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Hey, trust me. You don't want none of that smoke.
I don't want none of that.
Trust me, you don't.
Yeah.
Nah, big up, man. Bless, man. We'll chop that up now.
Pleasure,
Still,
bro.
you're gonna be unhappy with my response, but we'll chop that up now.
Okay. Yeah. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys.
too.
Nah, take care,
big up,
bro.
man,
Have a
big
good
up.
weekend, bro.
Yeah.
Take care,
You
man.
too. Yeah.
Peace.
I'm not
I
gonna
actually
lie.
think the whole fan base is gonna be a little annoyed at me still.
I'm not gonna lie, Drift. You see when he didn't mention Klopp.
No, you mean
mean?
Pep. Pep.
So
Yeah.
Pep, bro, I saw your
Pep got no mention.
this is how I could just imagine your insides feeling, bro. Just I just saw your face. As soon as I didn't hear him say Pep, I just looked at your face. I was like, Drifty's feeling this one.
Oh, the insides, bro.
All right. For all of us, best manager since the year 2000. Who wants to go first?
I'll rip the band-aid off.
All right, go on then, Drift.
Oh, go on then.
Please forgive me as well, because I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can in this, right?
Mm.
If you're talking 21 years and not just right now, I will go Pep, Jose, Klopp. In that order.
All right.
I don't think you can discredit what Jose did. I hate the man and he's a dickhead, but 2 Champions Leagues with 2 different teams, plus countless league titles at Madrid, Porto, Chelsea, Inter. There's context. There is. I can't put Klopp above Mourinho. We're talking a whole career. I just feel like I'm being a bit biased. It's close, but I feel like I'm being a bit biased.
All right. I'll go next. If I'm being brutally honest, for me, it's out of The Godfather, Ancelotti, Jurgen, and
so isn't a lot of, sorry to cut you, Matt, pause this time. Isn't Ancelotti's achievements back end of the 90s where like the real success came in more so than the millennium?
Champions
because
League.
I think Ancelotti's one of the best managers of all time, but
Champions
I feel
League,
like his achievements were more in the 90s and then it went into the early millennium.
League and Champions League with AC Milan.
Yep.
League, FA Cup with Chelsea.
Yep. Champions League.
No, I know the Chelsea stuff.
With Real Madrid as well.
Was that
League
all millennium based, right?
Yeah. In fact, I can even. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can.
Okay. I need to change my one because for some reason in my mind I was feeling like the back end of the 90s was when a lot of his success came.
No, all right. So if
I'll put Ancelotti above Mourinho, and I've got to take Klopp out my top 3 then.
See, I'm putting again. Yeah. So sorry, I'm putting Ancelotti. All right. Cool. So for me, I think it goes Ancelotti first. Then I'll probably say Jurgen Klopp, and then I'll go Pep.
Ooh. No Mourinho?
Nah.
No Fergie in there either, boys?
Nah. 90s was when he did all this.
90s, not 2000.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Millennium,
remember, he retired. He retired in 2013, if I'm not mistaken.
I was thinking Mourinho, but do you want to know something?
Fergie won leagues and Champions League since 2000, you know.
Yeah, but it's fuck Man United all day, every day, isn't it? So
Zidane, free
Champions League. I rate Zidane, but Zidane's legacy.
Zidane can't
No. We're talking about some of the greats, though.
Yeah. He gets an honourable. Oh yeah, that guy. You know
now, if I take my bias out, Mourinho probably does go in there, but I'm just looking at it like
Conte deserves a shot as well. Man, won the Euros.
But do you want to know something? My man made a valid point when he was talking about not just about how you won, it's about also like what else do you do? So have you improved players that have come into the squad? How much money have you had to spend as well? And by me doing that, I'm slightly even discrediting Pep. But then I've also got to remember though,
Pep improved players.
No, 100%. Because what Pep done at Barcelona was absolutely magical. And I know even I've said it, like Messi. Yeah, Xavi, Iniesta, but he created a culture of football that was so deep that everyone used to call it the tiki-taka, whatever you want to call it, and people wanted to replicate that. Do you know what I'm saying? And he still does it theoretically to this day. Not obviously so much, but the style of play and everything else that he's brought to the table, you can't lie, he's a fierce competitor.
You know what? Here's the wickedest thing. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was doing an off the cuff.
Sorry, Himanshu, I did get confused. It was Mancini that won the Euros. I think Conte got to the final and lost. Apologies.
What it is
well as well.
I would have to properly sit down and really go through it as well, because off the cuff, I'm still sticking with my thing, but you've got to go and look at Heinkes, and there's loads of managers that you have to give more thought to before you can truly. So obviously,
Mourinho's gotta be in it.
obviously, with the off the
Mourinho's
cuff
gotta be in
thing, as just a quick question, I'm gonna stick with my one. But I think if I sat down and really deep it, maybe I would change it. Maybe I would. Somebody even just put Del Bosque in there, and I'm not even gonna lie.
Bruv,
If you win the fucking Euros and the World Cup and you do it boom, boom, boom in a row, I know he had a lot of help with the way the Barcelona style was and all that, but Del Bosque, you slept on. The man won the Euros and the World Cup than the Euros. I don't think that's even been done before. Like,
should this be a members video potentially?
I think it should be.
I think
that
it
is
might
a
be.
very,
It might have to
very
be
big
still.
debate.
Yeah,
that is a very big
us
debate.
up with a very good video, I think. There.
I mean, you could even arguably, I'm doing this out of bias. You could even fucking put Rafa in there. Like, if you think about what Rafa's done in the millennium, it is very Valencia winning the league with Valencia twice is a feat unknown in any way. Like,
I did forget.
Straight away, that puts Benitez in the conversation. Straight away, he won the league twice with Valencia.
No, of
Straight
course.
away, that puts him in the conversation.
But outside of Liverpool and Valencia, you wouldn't say he's really.
But that's because he's a risk taker, and I kind of rate him for that. He got promotion with Newcastle, championship in easy.
No, I just say he hasn't had the right.
He won the Europa League with Chelsea.
He did.
In a season when they were terrible, and he still managed to get a European trophy out of it. He's won the FA Cup. Like, I think people sleep on Rafa, you know.
Did he win the FA Cup? Oh, he did.
No, but the thing, sorry. Yeah, he did. But with Rafa,
bro, a minute ago, I was gonna go. Hold on, what?
No, but with Rafa,
I think he won the Spanish version of the FA Cup with Valencia as well, right?
If that's the case,
I think people sleep on Benitez, you know.
Simeone deserves a shout as well, then.
Yeah.
No. All right, let me
two La Ligas, you can't. But then, Simeone don't have the.
Just quickly. If you'd have started, let's just say we started from 2000. This is why I'm listen to Ancelotti. Serie A 2003, 2004, Coppa Italia 2002, 2003, Super Italiano 2004, Champions League 2002 to 2003, 2006, 2007, 2004 runner-up, obviously. Runner-up 2004. UEFA Super Cup 2003 and 2007, FIFA World Cup 2007, Premier League 2009-10 season, FA Cup 9-10 season, Community Shield 2009, League One, obviously for Paris Saint-Germain, 12-13 season. This is for Real Madrid now. Copa del Rey, 13-14 season, Champions League 13-14 season, UEFA Super Cup 2014, FIFA World Cup 2014. Bayern Munich, Bundesliga, 2016, winner, 2017. DFL Super Cup, 2016 and 2017. Bro, do not tell me Don Carlo is not the godfather. That's a wrap.
If we sit down and have a proper conversation, Carlo might finish top on my list. I think we're gonna have to have a proper.
Wrap, bro.
That's a great question. That actually needs a whole hour debate. I can't lie.
Ancelotti's just
Ancelotti is different class. He is.
Different,
he is.
But
for some reason in my head, I was thinking a lot of his good work was in the 90s.
No, bro. We can talk about the 90s.
What you just read off, the millennium, he's been killing the game for real.
Killing it, fam.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Let's bring on the next caller. Man, like Abs. That says Femi is a fraud.
Just before you start the minute, I have to big you up on what you said about them two, man, there, because it's the same thing that's been said about our fan base, about us loving John Terry. John Terry is our greatest ever captain, but as a person, you can do one thing. I'm not going to say it because I'm not trying to get your captain.
I know exactly what you want to say as well.
Yeah, I know what you want to say. But
it ends with an S, and that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
All right. So as you can see in the title, Femi is a fraud. Cal, we need to have a conversation. In fact, no, Cal, Drifty and Matt, we all need to have a conversation about this man right here.
Oh, bro.
We have to have a conversation. The conversations that this man is putting in terms of being one of the best boxers of all time is a load of nonsense, because I've said it for a while, Femi is the Raheem Rupees of football, the most overrated boxer out there. I'm sorry. The man
Yeah, no, go on, bro.
Yeah.
No, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No. I was going to say something, but I forgot you on the clock. So yeah, go to you, bro. Finish what you're
I
saying,
paused
bro.
it. Go on, bro.
All right, say no more. The man beat. Everyone says, he beat Vladimir Klitschko. That was not the real Vladimir Klitschko. That was a 41-year-old Vladimir Klitschko. Beat a 39-year-old Povetkin. Finished. This one prime Klitschko. Prime Klitschko against Joshua. Joshua don't make it out the first round. Not happening. And then he beat Pulev. He wasn't on the level of Klitschko or Povetkin in my opinion, but he was still a don in his prime. But guess what? Pulev again, 39 years old when he boxed him, or 38. Joshua's achievements have been overrated. He's the most overrated heavyweight out there, and we need to start having a conversation. This guy cannot be put in a GOAT conversation. And you know why? What Usyk did last week, that he didn't brock him up, he didn't beat him, man outboxed him. And when you get outboxed, that's when you know that you've been put in a spliff, to say the very least. and if I've got a bit of time, I've got one thing for Matt here. If you had to choose 5 players you wish never got injured, you're not allowed to put R9 or Michael Owen in there.
Okay.
Who would you want there? But yeah, so that's for all 3 of you, the Joshua thing. The most overrated heavyweight out there. And I'm telling you right now, with my big chest, if him and Fury got in a ring, it would not go past the halfway through round 2, in my opinion. Yeah, that's about it.
Damn, son.
Okay.
I think Fury would win. I do think Fury would win though as well. I think Fury. He's a better boxer. He's a better boxer. I don't know about 2 rounds, but he'll definitely beat him though. I think he'll definitely beat Joshua, in my opinion.
Okay.
He's too good for him. He's too good for him. That's the honest truth.
This question's gonna be fun still. Let's chop this up.
Abs, just quickly as well, before you go, bro. You see the about who I wouldn't want to get injured. Is that just for Liverpool or just like
in general?
In general, yeah? Cool.
Yeah,
that's a big question.
And I can't say R9 or Owen, yeah? All right, cool.
Yeah.
No, them 2, because I know you put them 2 there, so.
Yeah. It's true that R9, I'll just put R9 5 times. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Have a blessed one, bro. Have a blessed weekend,
big
up. All right, take care, bro.
Okay.
I'm wondering if Kall's going to struggle with this one, because I know Kall don't think Joshua's the best, but I know Kall likes Joshua, so I think this one's going to be a bit difficult for Kall.
Right, yeah, let me, because Abs almost has put me in a spliff here, so I need to rip the Rizzler paper and come out before he likes it. All right. So again, what I've always done in Joshua's career is compare him to the other heavyweights who are around now. I don't think he can be put into that GOAT conversation. I don't think he can be compared with the heavyweights of yesteryear. Dare I say, he may be a better athlete than those. Wilder's a better athlete maybe than some of the previous heavyweights because of just evolution, science, nutrition, everything now. But I don't think them man, nor Fury, in my opinion, can talk to them heavyweights of yesteryear. And the reason I say that is because you've got to look at the caliber of them man fought back in the day, and they fought each other, and it wasn't none of this. You fight them in a few years' time. Now, that being said, the reason why I rate Joshua above all other heavyweights before this weekend, apart from Fury, is because Joshua's the only one who's actually been willing to take risks and fight other heavyweights. Fury hasn't done it. Wilder hasn't done it. Usyk was a massive risk, and he took it, and it fell on it. He fell on it. He took the L. Fury's fighting people like Oscar Wallin and all these people, and people are going crazy for it. Fury should have lost that fight against Oscar Wallin. He had 2 very bad cuts that would have been stopped if it was not Fury. So again, let's not forget about that. And Wallin, in my opinion, doesn't touch Joshua. Wilder, again, you all know my thoughts and opinions on Wilder. Is apart from Fury, he's not fought anyone decent, and that is just what it is. So that's the reason why I've always held AJ as a higher regard. But at the same time, I've never been under the illusion that AJ is a fantastic boxer or anything like that. He's a good boxer. He's got good power. I think he's the most balanced of the heavyweights, but I don't think he's not got power like Wilder, and he's not got boxing technique like Fury or Usyk.
He's in the middle kind of thing, but.
I like AJ, but I know he's not the best.
No, I like AJ as well. I do. And I feel like AJ's one of them ones. And I mean no disrespect by this. So if AJ ever sees this, don't punch me up. But I've got a feeling that when you're a sportsman and you're a sex symbol, it's a lot easier for your hype to get carried away. And everybody can admit it. Pause, no homo. AJ's a good-looking guy, and he can take enough man's girl. It is what it is, right?
AJ walks into my house now. I'm a single dad.
This is what I'm saying. He takes enough man's girl. It is what it is, and I think that adds to the allure of what he is. Do you get what I'm saying? If he was a butter shoot, I think it would be a lot easier for him to have got like left by the wayside, and it wouldn't have. We know whether you're a man or a woman, sex sells. It's one of the key parts of life, and it just in general. David Beckham would not be who he is if he wasn't a good-looking guy. Do you know what I mean? Even if he was good at football the way he was, his commodity wouldn't have happened. So for me, I think that played a big part in why he got so hyped up. And England were desperate to have kind of a saviour. We've always struggled in British boxing. Bruno never quite made the cut. I feel like Lennox Lewis is the only one who had the actual potential and then repped and actually went and did what he was meant to do in the heavyweight division. It's been a long time since we had a real heavyweight we could lean on. And I feel like he was that guy. And I feel like that's what gave him that little bit of extra like hype as well. So it was like England having a need for a replacement for David Hay, who bottled it when he was meant to be that person. And then on top of that, he's a proper good-looking guy in it. So you put those two there and then you go, boom, that's that. In the ring, he's got a good blend of techniques. He's like a James Milner of boxing, where he's good at a lot of things. He's just not a master at anything. So he is a good boxer. There's no doubt about it. But the risk thing, Cal, where I disagree on the risk thing, is as I've pointed out, a lot of the guys he fought were at the back end of their career, and it's only a risk by the name. It's not a risk by the actual challenge. If you're a 27, 28-year-old AJ and you can't beat a 38, 39-year-old Povetkin or Klitschko or whatever, what are we even doing here?
Dylan White.
But here's the thing. I think he fought Dylan White before Dylan White peaked. I think they get in the ring now. That's a totally different fight, bro.
Before AJ peaked.
Nah, he still beats Dylan. Dylan will be dangerous.
I don't even know, you know.
No,
if they got in the ring now, I don't even know.
As well, though.
Styles make fights, though. He'll beat Dylan. He would.
Here's the thing I want to ask.
And Dylan rocked his clout in that
seventh
round.
Who else could Joshua fought outside of Wilder and Fury, who have avoided fights with him? And I know this is fact. They've avoided fights with him. But I'm telling you, hand on my heart, I know it's fact they've avoided the fight with him. Fact.
But was it for money reasons? Because I don't think they're shook of him.
Bro.
Who's avoided? Say that again.
Tyson Fury is not scared of AJ.
Tyson is not shook of AJ. Tyson has just been using him to build up his profile.
His brand, didn't it? Remember what happened to Fury?
Wilder is just, bruv, he's just tried to freeze out as many people as possible. He did the same thing with Dylan White, did the same thing with Povetkin, and he's done it with AJ. Wilder is just, he is who he is, isn't it? He is who he is. And I know he's your guy.
I think if they got in the ring now, Wilder would beat AJ, I think.
I don't.
No.
But here's my thing. Who has, and again, I say this like, I'm not even trying to banter you or anything. Outside of Tyson Fury, name me a fighter that Wilder has fought that Joshua wouldn't beat and beat decisively. I'll
be honest with you, and I mean no hate on AJ.
Don't say
no.
Don't say Ruiz.
No. 3 or 4 years ago, when he was 39, 40, he was obviously still an old man. But if Joshua got in the ring with Ortiz, he would have lost. I've watched him lose to Ruiz. There is now no argument that he would not have lost to Ortiz. Ortiz is as powerful as him, and he's a better technical boxer. We've seen now when he went up against Usyk that he ain't that great when he's fighting a technical boxer. For me, Ortiz beats Joshua. If they fought 4 or 5 years ago,
Ortiz,
I straight up, I believe
Carl's right in this regard. Ortiz is the only boxer that was of decent. That was decent level. That's why there's ever fought before Fury.
Wilder was getting banged up before.
And Wilder got lucky as well because he got caught.
No, guys. Let's not do the whole if buts or maybes. Whatever happened, Wilder won both fights convincingly in the end. Regardless of what was happening throughout the fight, by the end, Wilder won both fights convincingly. So the point I'm making is Ortiz's boxing ability, is way better than Ruiz, and Ruiz beat Joshua, and then in the rematch, Joshua looked shook to me.
No, but
And
that's
I
like
think
saying
he's
Joshua's boxing ability is better than Deontay's by far.
All right, so let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
but I
then,
don't
Drift.
think he could take the punches that Wilder will be handing out. So I think Wilder would win the fight.
No, but
No.
you just said Ortiz would beat Joshua based on what he did to Wilder. But isn't there an argument to say that Joshua gets to Ortiz quicker than Wilder does because he's got better boxing technique?
No, because Wilder's got a better chin than Joshua.
What? Based on
Joshua
what?
doesn't. For me, Joshua's chin is quite suspect.
Based on what?
Based on I've watched him get rocked the fuck out against Klitschko. I've seen him get rocked the fuck out against White. I've seen him get beat by Ruiz. Like he was. There was a few times he was out. They're even saying they stopped the bell early.
I think you could only make, in my opinion, you could only make a comparison.
We talk about AJ's chin. Wilder has been rocked. Sorry, Wilder got sat down by Fury, bro. No one gets beaten down by Fury like that.
Pillow hands, fam.
Chisora's got the hardest face in boxing, and he got knocked out by Fury.
No, he didn't. The fight got stopped based on referee stoppage. It wasn't because it was.
But if you get stopped, you're getting beat up, Carl, man. It's the same thing.
There's a difference between getting stopped on your feet, not ever going or hitting the floor.
All right, no, there is. But what I'm saying is, he was punching him up so much, the referee saved his life, kind of thing.
Bro,
you get what I mean? You get my point.
No, but is Fury a hot heavy hitter? He's not, is he? He's not known. No. Drift. Just answer the question. Is he known for being a heavy hitter? Yes or no?
Historically, no.
No. Drift. You know it's a no.
No.
He's not a heavy hitter.
Historically, not a heavy no. Historically, no. But he went into that Wilder fight nearly 20 stone. And if a 20 stone man punches you in your face, you're getting knocked out.
Bro.
In the Ruiz fight as well, Drift, you'll actually notice that the referee helps Wilder back to his corner in the first fight. And also,
no, he didn't, man.
Go back and watch it.
I've seen that fight twice, Cal.
Go back and watch it, and then he also gives Wilder an extra minute before the end of the start of the next round as well. What
you mean like the extra 2 seconds that was added on for Fury to get up from the knockout in the first Wilder Fury fight?
No, it wasn't, because it's not a clock 10 count. It's a referee 10 count. He beat the referee's
technicality.
It's not a technicality. That's boxing, bro.
All right, listen. I know because I'm a Wilder guy, I know this ain't gonna end. So like, we can't spend too much time on this, you know what I mean? But
all I will say is I've never ever said AJ can be put with the GOATs, but for me, apart from Fury and Usyk, he's the best heavyweight. He's the third best heavyweight right now for me.
Well, you know what? I've got a feeling Fury will beat Wilder in the rematch, and then it'll be Wilder versus Joshua to see who gets a shot at whoever wins for the unified undisputed, when Fury will inevitably have to fight Usyk. So we might get Wilder versus Joshua, and that'll be very interesting.
I'd be surprised if we see it now.
Yeah, because I think AJ will be scared to take another risk. But
AJ's been chasing Wilder for years, you know.
Oh, says who?
Says everyone, bruv.
You know what he's got right now? Here's the thing as well. And again, AJ, I love AJ. Like, I ain't got no hate. I'm just trying to be unbiased here. AJ has got the Paul Heyman of promoters that just makes everything so great as well. Because you've got to be honest, when he's talking smack, it's sensational. I love watching him. Whether you love him or hate him, his smack talk is amazing.
Wilder's got Al Heyman behind him.
Al Heyman can't talk like thing, but come on,
he doesn't need to, bro. Al Heyman makes all the fights he wants.
What I'm saying is, Al Heyman is fam.
No, but what I'm saying is, Al Heyman is a better promoter. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to having a man back you, nobody's better. We got to be honest. If you want a promoter that's going to come out there and talk smack for you, but
he still had to fight, though, innit?
Yeah, but that's why he's losing fights that maybe he shouldn't be losing, because the hype and the smack talk is making him look like he's up here.
Is arguably one of the best boxers in the world.
He is. But there's no way. But a cruiserweight shouldn't step up and beat a heavyweight, though.
Why not?
Like, it's like when Holyfield tried to step up and fight Riddick Bowe, it was like, it ain't even about technique. This guy is a natural heavyweight. You're a cruiserweight. You're trying to come up. It should be more difficult than that.
Drift. Going by that logic, then Canelo should be winning certain belts then. And you know,
but Canelo's a myth. He's one of the best boxers that's ever lived.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
So is Usyk, bruv. So is Usyk.
No, I get that. I get that. But this is the reason why I said to you lot why Ward and Canelo went in my goated category once they smashed thingy. Because when they came up from middleweight and they came up to light heavyweight, I thought they weren't going to be able to handle it. And when they did, that was when I was like, oh shit.
Canelo's serious though.
So that's why now Usyk goes in that category for me now. I've always respected Usyk, but to go to heavyweight and do it, now that's when I'm like, right, this man might go in the GOATed category now because he did that and then, do you know what I'm saying? He took that next step. So it's difficult, honest, but it shouldn't be capable. There's no way that regardless of how good you are, in the first ever fight you have in that weight class, that you should win against someone who's a champion and has been dominating. All right, his first real test at heavyweight, should I say then?
You could argue Chisora's a test, bro, because there's nothing. No one
Chisora's a journeyman. I don't want to be disrespectful, but Chisora's a journeyman.
I'm not saying he's not, but apart from Fury, name me a fighter who gets in there and has an easy night against Chisora.
Yeah, but Chisora's like the guy you just fight. Like, I don't even want to be disrespectful because I like Derek, but like, everybody just beats Chisora to just prove they can fight in the heavyweight division. Then they go, he's a journeyman in it. I don't want to be disrespectful, but Chisora's a journeyman. Like, it is what it is.
But it'll give you a good stern tester. But no, just to quickly end off the Joshua thing, I just think him losing that fight, I'm not gonna lie, like I think it kind of showed what I've always thought. I think he's good, Joshua. I think he's good. But again, I've always said the thing for me that lets him down is his footwork, bro. He hasn't got that footwork that you kind of need. And I feel like he's too static when he throws his punches as well. Like he's you know what I mean? He needs to change it up. If he doesn't change it up, I don't see him ever beating Fury. I think he's still probably the Wilder thing. If I'm being honest, it's like 50-50 because I think if both of them hit each other, I think they both go down. Because if I'm being honest, if Joshua hits Wilder with one of his hardest punches, I don't think Wilder is standing up to it like how you may think, but I could be wrong. But I just don't think he would. So
no, I'm not gonna act like AJ ain't got power. Of course, AJ's got power. But I ask you this though, AJ ain't knocked someone out for a while now.
But do you know what AJ normally does though? With AJ,
last time AJ knocked somebody out was
it's combinations though.
It was the NFL fighter. What was that brother who looked more like an NFL player than a fighter?
Oh.
What was his name again?
He knocked out Pulev.
Did he knock Pulev out?
Yeah, he knocked out Pulev.
He did. But even Wilder though.
I can't even remember that knockout. Did he knock Pulev out?
Yeah, he stopped him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He stopped him. But again, like, yeah, Fury beats them all. I think he's the best heavyweight in the division.
Yeah. I think Fury can talk to the old school, man. I disagree with Cal on that. I think Fury can talk to the old school, man. I think Fury's boxing ability is sensational.
It's very good. We need to have a debate, man. We need to have a debate.
Fury's boxing is sensational.
Let me ask you this. Is Fury beating Lennox Lewis?
That would be a fucking good fight.
Is Fury... He ain't beating Lennox.
Answer the question, Drift.
Is he beating Lennox?
Yes.
No!
I think he could beat him. No, I think he could beat
Lennox!
Lennox used to come out to reggae dub plates, bro.
You know what?
What's that got to do with anything, man?
I wanna be iron like a lion.
Listen, there's an argument to say that without the cut, Vitali beats Lennox, right? And I would say Fury's a better boxer than Vitali.
Otto Wallin was punching up Fury, cut him up.
No, but that was an unmotivated, wanted to kill himself, going through mental problems. Remember, Fury's a complicated character, bro.
This was when he came back. This is when he came back.
Yeah, but he's a complicated character, man.
I don't care if you're complicated. That's not my business. I don't care, bro.
Does he beat
seriously, big man thing. We don't care about that.
A fully focused Fury could beat Lennox Lewis. Yeah.
But he wouldn't, because Lennox is always switched on, bro.
Always prepared. Always ready.
9 times out of 10. I pause. 9 times out of 10, he switched.
Lennox is normally always ready.
Okay, because I was just about to rack your brain there, Cal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's not act like Fury hasn't been sat down by cruiserweights. He got sat down by Cunningham, who's a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
The man, he's a complicated character, man. Switched on Tyson Fury.
Listen, he ain't beat Lennox.
Switched on Tyson Fury.
He ain't beat Lennox. Never.
Enough, man. Right.
Never beaten Lennox.
And
you remember Lennox? You remember Lennox's main weapon, was the jab. It was a sensational jab. But that was always because he was usually the bigger man. He wouldn't be the bigger man
Bruv,
against
Lennox
Fury.
will impose his will on Fury.
But
Trust
you,
me.
but you got
He'll take
no,
man
no,
to
no,
deep
no, no,
waters,
no,
bro.
no, 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 no.
Bro,
If you
he
go
will
check
take-
the tape, if you go and check the tape, the majority of the times when Lewis struggled was when the man was a similar size to him. He could dominate man that was smaller than him, but anytime he had a fight with someone who was of a similar size, it wasn't necessarily a walk in the park for the man. That's all I'm saying. I rate Lennox Lewis, but I think Fury could beat Lewis. I think you lot saying that Fury can never beat Lewis is just way too dismissive. Like, that's just way too dismissive.
That's just my opinion.
But anyway.
I think Lennox is better than Tyson Fury. I rate Tyson Fury. I think he's very good.
We've been talking about boxing for too long now. Let's get back to the people.
Who are your 5 players, Matt, that you would want to never have injuries?
Oh boy. Daniel Sturridge would be one of them.
Oh, shout out to Daniel Sturridge, signed for Perth today as well.
He did. Shout out D Sturridge.
Come on the show, Daniel. Come on.
Daniel Agger will be another one.
Ooh.
Harry Q will be another one. That's free Liverpool. I need to stop using Liverpool now.
You don't have to. You can keep going if you want.
No, I know, but there's some players that I wanted to see how they would be, to how they would. I'll give you another one. Even though he never played, he plays for my man's club, Michael Essien. Believe it or not, I wanted to see what Essien could really do. Those knee injuries that he had stopped him being potentially one of the best midfielders we've seen in a while. Essien was quality. I'll give you another one that you lot might have forgotten about. Radamel Falcao. At Atletico,
that is a big shout.
Disgusting. And then
Massive
when he
shout,
got the injuries, bro, remember Falcao? Remember what he done to Chelsea in the Super Cup? Different.
But
and I was thinking, this brother is one of the best strikers in the world.
He was my favourite striker in the world before.
He was sick. Remember Falcao?
Without the injuries, Falcao could possibly go sit at the table with Suarez and them, man, for real.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so mad to see. We don't even know what he could have became, you know.
I'll be honest. You see, when Falcao went to Man United, dare I say, if he went to Liverpool at the same time, I think he would have got better out of his career. We were made for Falcao at that time.
Do you know what, though, Cal? I think if you look at the 2 years that he spent at United and Chelsea, maybe the club was wrong, but I think it was too soon in his recovery. And I think it proved when he went back, because people forget how much he balled out when he went back to Monaco. He did recover his form. Yeah. He was balling out for Monaco.
But he wasn't the same, though.
He wasn't the same, but he was still, because even in the Champions League, he was still destroying teams.
He was.
Falcao did get his form back. He did get his form back. Obviously, you'll never be the same. But Falcao was such a good fucking player, man.
I see some people in the chat playing Van Basten. I know, but I'm trying to think of more recent. I mean, if we're talking about, do you know what it is?
Van Basten's a shout. He had to retire at like 27, was it?
100%. But
29.
We're talking about
the 29.
I'm thinking about. Did I say all? Actually, no. I did say all Prem in it. I thought he meant Prem, but then I did have to throw in Falcao in there. But Van Basten,
no. He said he could be anything.
He said in general, yeah. He said
general. Yeah, he said in general. Yeah.
Oh, but then I'd even go and say someone like. There's another player I was thinking of as well. Oh, we got
Dembele.
Oh, Dembele. There's so many, bro.
Dembele's in the conversation with Mbappe and them, man, without the injuries. 100%. Yeah.
That's it. Recoba. That's another one. Yeah. Recoba. That's the name I was thinking of. Recoba.
He had the sweetest left.
Recoba. Different gravy. There's a lot, man.
Cooler. Sound of the 75. No relation.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
How you doing,
bro?
All good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad.
Not too bad, bro.
Sweet. So I have I have 2 unpopular opinions and 1 fact, right?
Okay.
The first unpopular opinion is that KDB is immensely overrated.
I knew you was gonna say that, you know. I knew
it. I think this guy, I think we saw that as well in the last Champions League game. This guy, when his team is on the back end of pressure, or they need he disappears completely, vanishes. That guy, he should have been sent off as well. I think he was lucky not to to get sent off for that.
No,
That was a leg breaker and a half, an ankle
That was-
breaker.
yeah.
That
That was
challenge
no
was
different
horrible.
to Wan-Bissaka's. That is true.
It was
Exactly.
horrible. That challenge was horrible.
worse. It was worse than Wan-Bissaka's.
Yeah, it probably
I'd
was.
say
Probably was.
I'd say with KDB, his like main two attributes is his passing and his shooting. I think that's it. Mobility wise, not good. His feet are okay, not that great. I think in terms of his defending, I don't think he can defend at all. I mean, people say Pogba. I'm gonna go to Pogba. People say Pogba is like a luxury footballer. I think KDB is the definition of a luxury footballer. He just fits well into a system with good players around him, and I think his assist stats are over like inflated as well. I mean, he just crosses. He's a cross merchant. Actually, I think he's a cross merchant. Like he just puts the ball into the box, and he's got world class finishes there, and they finish, and there. That's it. I'd even say Salah in his time in the Prem should have had more assists than KDB. No, forget that. Nah, he's dropping a stinker, bro. I'm telling you, stinker. He's dropping a stinker. He's dropping a stinker.
What's your next opinion, bro?
And the next opinion is that 17-18 Trent is better than current Trent. I think the only thing that 17-18 Trent, especially in the Champions League run, was that all he needed to complete his game was the crossing, pretty much, these long passes. He pocketed Leroy Sané in that Champions League, right? Leroy Sané, and I'm talking about a fit Leroy Sané, who's played a whole season. He was balling out that season, and he pocketed CR7 in the Champions League final as well. So for me, how many seconds is that?
15 now, bro.
17. And my last point, this is a fact. James Milner is the most underrated English midfielder I'm not going to say of all time, in the Prem era, I think. People talk about Carrick, Scholes, and all these guys. No one talks about James Milner. He's 35, still playing at the top level. And that's all I have to say. No relation. Hey, take everything with a pinch of salt, guys.
Bless you, bro.
Peace.
No, big up, bro. Big up. And you know what, bro? On that James Milner one, I'll say it for you. The most underrated footballer in Premier League history. And just for that, I'm going to drop the bomb for you, bro. Anytime someone comes in with a fact, boom, is what it is. And right now, this is how Cal's feeling after that De Bruyne stuff.
Let him get it. Tip in distress.
Yeah, I just got caught in the corner, and he just down to 75 and just ribs in me and it's hit me with uppercuts.
I had to. I'm sick of this guy. Before I go, I'm sick of him appearing in every single player of the season list. Every season, like even when he's injured for half the season, he appears in every single list. Ballon d'Or list, he's always there, even when he's like not done anything special. So I think, overrated him. Sorry.
We'll chop that up now, bro. We'll chop that up now.
Thanks for calling.
Big up, guys.
Big up, man. Big up, definitely.
Okay, can I take this?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's two ways of looking at this. When people compare KDB to your likes of Gerrard, that's overrating him. In today's modern game, I don't think he's overrated. I think consistently since he's left Chelsea, he's been one of the best and most creative midfielders in world football. His passing is crazy. His shooting is crazy. I think he can dictate a game. I actually think his ball carrying is very underrated. He's not a dribbler like your Neymar or anything, but I think his ball carrying is very underrated. I think he's a fantastic midfielder, and I think he walks into most teams. I think you have a player like that, he's not a luxury in my opinion. He becomes a player who's a necessity. So I leave that there. Trent, I think the best version of Trent we've seen so far is 18-19 Trent. 17-18 I don't think is better than this current version. I think if Trent can go through the rest of this season without getting injured, I think we're going to see Trent hit a new level. I just think 17-18 is probably Trent's worst year. No, last season was his worst season, but that was for so many reasons. But in terms of his ability, I think 17-18 was his worst in terms of his ability and knowing his potential. And yeah, I fully agree. Milner's the most underrated midfielder in Premier.
Facts. I'll drop a bomb again if you want. That's facts.
All right, who's got next?
I'll go next just quickly because I think I'm going to stir some people up here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that is slapping bums again.
I feel like KDB is a talent. It is amazing, but I have to not agree, so to speak.
There's your minute. Sorry, Jeff, your minute. But
here's what I'll say. KDB goes in the same bracket I put Lukaku in, where I can't put my finger on why I can't look at him the way I look at some others, but there's just something stopping me from it. So I don't doubt his ability. I just can't. He's right. There's something about KDB I can't put my finger on. I don't know. I wouldn't lean on KDB to win me a final or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm struggling with it. I can't figure out why. Ask me if I figure it out. Just like Lukaku, I can't quite put my finger on why I've got a but next to your ability. And Trent, I think the year we won the league, 19-20 was the best Trent. But I get where he's coming from because that was Trent's breakthrough season and it was sensational how he handled that at such a young age.
Yeah. Matt?
When it comes to KDB, I understand the whole system talk. He's a system merchant, inshallah crossing. Like, I do get it, trust me, because he can be a bit like that. However, though, he's still an amazing talent. And I think when you do compare him to some of the best midfielders that's ever played in the Prem, I think that's why people get carried away. But in terms of midfielders in today's game, he is one of the best, in my opinion. However, I will say this, though. In my opinion, he doesn't have the clutch gene. He doesn't have it. Like, in terms of, I need you to take me there kind of thing. De Bruyne don't have that clutch gene. You don't have it for me.
Can you be world-class without the clutch gene, Matt? Pause
you can be.
Can you be world-class without the clutch gene?
You can be. You can be. Because
I think David Silva
it's how you affect it. It's how you affect the game. Like, but what it is then again, De Bruyne is world class. He is world class. But one thing I'll say is, when we say world class, and then again, this is going to cause some controversy.
He's world class, but he's not elite, isn't it?
He's not elite. I don't think he's elite. I don't think KDB's elite.
KDB's not elite. He's not elite.
Because you got to have clutch in you. You got to have clutch in you. Like, if you don't have that clutch gene, that's what takes you over the edge. That, like, if someone said to you,
sorry, I'm seeing a few people in the comments say Henry never was never clutch.
Yafu just came in and just went on a mad one.
Henry, all right, so here's the difference now. There's a difference between being clutch and not scoring in finals. There's a big difference. Clutch could be playing your rivals. When the ball comes, when he flicks it in, lobs Bartes, or when he takes the ball and he beats about 6 of our players and scores against us. Or, when he picks up the ball against Tottenham and dribbles past their
team. Do you know what, though? Here's the thing that will always get labelled at Henry. And the thing is, even though I don't agree with it, it's what we throw at a lot of other players now, which is maybe where it's unfair and the balance ain't ever kept the same. Yeah, Henry did bottle that final as Arsenal's talisman. And that was the moment he was supposed to peak, if that makes sense. I will never downplay Henry. Henry's my guy. But a lot of people will say that's when he was supposed to do the Cristiano, the Salah, take them to the promised land in that moment, and he didn't.
No, but the thing is, even if Henry didn't score directly in the final, I'm pretty sure he got a couple of assists. Surely.
No, that was one goal.
No, I'm talking about just in general for Henry, because someone just said Henry's never scored in a final, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't think he scored in the World Cup final. He didn't score in the Champions League final
we're talking about Henry. Like, for me, and again, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful to, like, see, here's the thing. This is what I'll say, like, as well, is for that kind of whole, you're remembering things that are that are closer to your brain. So when I say that, it's like when people say KDB, they're just thinking about what KDB done for Man City. Like, we've been watching Man City for how many years? Henry is going to be further away, especially for people that might not even love him, but you still got to respect Henry. Henry's one of the GOATs, in my opinion, to play the game.
No, but the thing is, Yafu never said he's not great. He just said he didn't have the clutch gene.
No, but
that's all he said. He just said he never had the clutch.
I'll put it like this: if I need someone to take me there, yeah, I need a man to win me something. I'm putting my money on Henry over KDB all day, every day. I don't even care who we're playing.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a low block. I don't care if it's counter attack. Bro, Henry in today's game, could you imagine what he's doing? Imagine if. Let me ask you this actually: do you think KDB could do what he's doing now in years gone back, where obviously defending was of a higher caliber? Hard one, isn't it?
The only thing I will say against
take him out of that
again,
Pep team. What's he doing?
Let's not go off on a tangent too much with this. But the only thing I will say about Henry that I feel like maybe we have to have a conversation about is, this whole thing when people now go, "Oh, Mane's done. He's on the decline," and all that stuff that just winds the fuck out of me. Is there not a massive argument to say 30 and over Henry really did decline in comparison to what he was like in his 20s? Like, the drop-off was actually pretty dramatic.
When he went to Barca, he weren't the same player. You can see
it was pretty dramatic. Like,
and
if you think about it, he went back to Arsenal at 34.
No, but he was really done.
Actually that old. No, but what I'm saying is, that's not actually that old. If you now look at what 34-year-olds are doing now, Henry was a shadow of himself in that return to Arsenal, and he was only 34.
No, I know, but
Ibrahimovic is 39, still balling out.
You're thinking about anomalies, though, Drift.
But wasn't Henry in terms of athleticism an anomaly?
But again, why are we even focusing on an Henry that's kind of was already? Like,
but couldn't a 34-year-old Henry be looked at as it's okay that he was done? Like, because by that time, he was actually done.
No, he was done. No, but I think
he treated Arsenal like man and money go MLS.
No, Bob, it's different because I'll say this. Henry, for whatever reason, after that Barca stint, he didn't. He won on it
for Barca.
No, he was good for Barca. He wasn't amazing.
He wasn't Henry for Barca, though. If you really think about it, he wasn't.
But do you want to know why? But he was forced to play a different way, though. Forced to. He was forced to play. Remember, them man there said he had two wingers and a striker. Remember, Zlatan wanted to be the main striker for Barca. What happened? Pep got rid of him. Like, there's just certain things they want to allow you to do over there.
I'm just trying to play a little devil's advocate, though. Because
it was good for Barcelona. It wasn't amazing.
I don't think Barcelona Henry was good if we're judging him against his own standard. Do you get what I mean?
I think he was good. He just wasn't. But he wasn't the old Henry. Like, just think of it as, how was this player at Barca? Because that's like doing the whole Mane thing that you don't like when we say. But then when we look at Mane now and we think of Mane 17, 18, 19. We will say things like, "No, bro,
but that's why."
But then you would just say, "No."
That's why I'm playing devil's advocate, and I'm using the argument people use to. That's why I said Mane when people go, "He's done" and all that. If you use that same argument, you say the same thing about Henry once he left Arsenal.
Mane's 29, though, if I'm not mistaken. It's a big difference between 29 and 30 odd.
No, I think it's kind of similar because didn't Henry go to Arsenal at 30? He was 30 when he went.
You mean Barca?
Right? Yeah, so when he left Arsenal for Barca, he was 30. It's kind of the same, really.
Yeah, but he was still killing it at Arsenal at the time.
But as soon as he went Barcelona, I think his levels dramatically dropped.
No, I just think the way he had to play, the way he had to play was very different, though.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
You know what I
mean? Let's not go into.
But no, what was the last part of it? Because I've completely forgotten. I'll talk about KDB. Oh, Trent. Oh, Milner. That's it. Just quickly as well. Milner is very, very underrated. Yeah, I think he's the most underrated, probably Premier League central mid. And when it comes to Trent, I think his best season is out of the 18-19 and 19-20. I think I would edge it for the 19-20 though, because I think that's when he started to score more goals as well as the because the assist team started at 18-19. He started getting goals, and I think a bit more maybe complete performances like the one against Leicester that we was talking about. So I'll probably go 19-20. Trent is the best one that we've seen so far.
Dare I say it? I think 18-19 was the peak for this team as a collective, not individual players, but as a collective. And it's just a shame we didn't get that double that year because we deserved it, in my opinion.
Mm.
Go bring in the next caller. Jamal, welcome to the show, bro.
Are you guys good? Can you hear me?
Too bad. We hear you.
Yeah,
How you doing,
bro? Okay, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I just have 2 questions, and I have to answer to some of his shifty statements he said, because some things he said that I can't run. It can't run. So, yeah.
You know, I let off the Uzi, bro. Go do your thing, bro.
Yeah. So first, I want to say, guys, I want you to say that. All right. I'm gonna say after the phrase this. There's something you said in football that if you look at yourself now, you'll say, what have I said? You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I know mine.
What? You lost me. What? Say that again?
Oh, like a statement that you
basically,
made.
the Ronaldinho's not elite moment. Have you ever had one of those, bro?
Yeah. Mine's easy.
Yeah, because for me, I wouldn't lie. For me, I said Joe Cole would have made Liverpool great again. I know he had injuries, and I know he was bad, but
I know Matt now as well.
And when it was the Hudson did anything was looking good. And when I see Joe Cole come, I know he was 30. I know he had injuries, but come on, guys. Talking about most naturally gifted English players, Joe Cole was up there.
Joe Cole's in there.
Yeah, I was gassed. I wouldn't lie. And the next question I have is, I've seen a lot of clubs complaining about the teams can't break down low blocks. And I'm kind of confused because I thought that was a problem for us and the other teams could have done it. So what my question is to you guys is, are you shocked that so much teams this year cannot break down low blocks? Because I heard Chelsea fans saying it, Arsenal fans saying it, and even Manchester United fans saying it. So I want your guys' thoughts on that. And JFD, what can run is, over the last couple of weeks, I seen you bigged up 3 players. You bigged up Alberto Moreno, Fabio Borini, and Dejan Lovren.
Talk, Jamal.
No, I'm trying my best to erase these players. Let me just talk about Alberto Moreno. You know how they say Messi single-handedly win games for Barcelona? This guy was single-handedly losing games for Liverpool. Every time we played Sevilla, this guy was a Sevilla spy. Every time he turned against us. And he lost us 2 cup finals. He lost us the European League, and it was him and Mingale for the Manchester City Kall-in Cup.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
No, hold on. Pause Jamal's time because I've got to defend myself here.
I paused it.
I've got to defend myself.
Hold on, before I do that, though, Drift, before I let you have your moment, I just need to do this for Jamal still. Where is it? Talk, Jamal.
No. Hold on, Jamal. If anyone just heard that segment, they'll think Drifty's lost his goddamn mind. I said that Moreno is a legend for what he did for Villarreal against Man United, and now I will forever rate him. I never once stuck up for any performance he put in as a Liverpool player. Never once. I only stuck up for him because he packed his penalty and he helped Villarreal to win the Europa League against Man United. And then he sat in the change room and said, "You'll never walk alone for life." That there for me made me like him again. So I don't want anybody misconstruing I've ever rated the man's football ability in terms of like all the fuck ups he made on the pitch. I am not defending any Moreno Liverpool football matches. I'm not defending any of them. I just want to say that.
And I'm moving on to your boy Lovren. Now, don't get me wrong. Lovren had some good games.
I'll defend this, brother. Go on.
Are we gonna forget that 30 minutes against Tottenham? When he gets spun by team. Guys, you know how bad this is? Let me tell you this. There was a podcast Bolassi was doing, and Lovren name come up. And you know what he did? He laughed like this. I had them men there. You know how disrespectful that is. There was one time Bolassi actually touched the grass.
Yeah.
And Dubs, man.
Listen, Bolasie a South London man, innit? He's got it in him to be all cocky like that.
Nah,
That's
but
how
what
it
he
goes,
done to
man.
Lovren
like
was
that.
horrible, bro.
Okay. Lovren.
Yeah.
No, go on. It's your
Nah,
time.
that's what I'm saying. Borini. Borini is the definition of dead fool, fam. This guy actually, did he ever hit a shot cleanly for Liverpool? This guy always scuffs his shot, man. Borini was dead, man. So yeah, that's the 3 things I have to say, man.
Thank you so much.
Borini was
Someone had to say.
finished, bro.
Thank you, Jamal.
We tried to
Obviously,
tell man.
Drifty knows where me and Matt live, so we got
Yeah,
always
yeah,
walk on
yeah.
eggshells, innit? But I'm glad you did that tonight, bro.
Yeah, but it's all love, man. And I just
no, big up yourself, bro.
And Carl, I just want to say I love Dyche, but come on, I love Henry, man. I'm Team Henry still. You know what gets me at Henry is when you guys talk about his money, and Callum always come and say, "You guys talking about my money again." I love it, yeah. Big up, guys.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, big up.
Big up, bro. Big up, Joe.
Right, I'm gonna have to defend myself on the bat here, innit?
You might as well just defend Lovren for about the next.
I don't even know. I've already done the Moreno thing, yeah. When it comes to Borini, what I said was his Liverpool career wasn't great, but we cannot deny he kept Sunderland in the Premier League. He actually was very good at what he did in terms of, you know, that great escape. I think he scored like 8 goals in their last 11 games or something like that, including a winner against Chelsea and a winner against City, if I'm not mistaken. And like, I don't think his Liverpool career was good, but I think what Borini did for Sunderland was all right. And then it got him a move to AC Milan. He was getting played out of position at AC Milan. I think at one point had him at like wing back or something like that.
Because he's not good.
No, I think he's just better than people. He weren't great, but I just think Borini was better than what his Liverpool career made him look like. That's all. You know what I mean? I've still got to kind of defend the man when I see something in there. If anybody gets a team out of relegation, you've got to give him a little bit of bligh in it. And Borini did that for Sunderland. So that was where that comes from. So again, that wasn't his Liverpool career I was defending, just like Moreno. I was just defending what I saw of him outside of Liverpool. And when it comes to Dejan, now I'll ride for this brother, whether it's Liverpool or not. And everybody knows there was a moment when I was on his back and I hated him and all that crap. And yeah, that half an hour at Tottenham, I don't know what the fuck that was. Man was doing this Soldier Boy impression. I don't know what he was doing, yeah? But we cannot deny that this man still has some legendary moments within his Liverpool career that a lot of people don't have, yeah? Whether you want to rate him or not. And other than Aguero, there aren't too many times when I look back on Lovren and go, oh yeah, like he was crap and he got skimmed and he got done and rare. I think he has a few massive standout moments, like the Aguero moment, like the Harry Kane moment in that Tottenham game where you sit back and you go, Jesus, what was that all about? But I don't think people give credit for the great moments. He came in when Gomez got injured, the season we won the league. I think he played 10 games in a row and he was solid as hell. We won the league that year. Nobody ever goes back and goes, Lovren was a liability that time. Why not give credit where it's due? If you're going to rinse a man, also give credit. He had Adrian in goal them times and he was still playing well. This man played with Trent, who was only 18, and pocketed Ronaldo on that side in the final.
He didn't pocket him, bro.
Yes, he did, bro. What did Ronaldo do in that final?
That doesn't mean he pocketed him, Drift.
Between Trent and Lovren, they pocketed Ronaldo. I don't care what anyone says. Ronaldo did nothing in that final.
Why go on for Troy Deeney?
He did nothing in that final. Troy Deeney's a flat track bully, yeah? I don't even want, and that was only one time. That was one time. So what I'm saying about Lovren, why I defend Lovren, is I think it's very unfair that he's got as many great games as he has terrible games, but nobody will ever look at the great games. They will always just quick to go, shit, he was shit, shit. What about the good moments? Him and Mamadou Sakho had a great partnership in that first season when Klopp came in.
Wasn't great. It was
yes, it was, but it was a foundation that built for Klopp to be able to start pushing forward. See, you lot are just acting like something didn't happen that did happen.
No,
Lovren and Sakho made
we
a
was
good partnership and they were performing.
Bruv, Matip and Virgil's great, bruv.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean great on that level, but what I mean is they were very solid and they were doing what they needed to do in order for Klopp to be able to start building the bricks to get where we needed to go. It's downplayed how well Sakho and Lovren did at the beginning when he first came in. He's even got moments where he scored good goals and stuff. You don't always rant and rave about Ramos. Lovren's got some of those moments where he's come up with big goals and stuff. Obviously not on a Ramos level, but like,
cool.
Yeah, obviously not on a Ramos level. But what I'm saying is,
No,
if we're going to do that for Ramos, let's obviously do that for Lovren as well. He scored a screamer. I remember when he scored a goal that was like Aguero, like when he took the ball down and banged it in from the edge of the box. Like, why does no one talk about those moments?
He's never done that. He's never done
Yes, he did.
No,
yes, he did. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you.
You're thinking of the Newcastle goal, which was a half volley. He didn't bring it down and then shoot.
A half volley, whatever it is. The man scored some great goals. No one ever talks about it.
Drift making up goals. Yeah.
Three top quality goals.
Listen, I'm just saying, Lovren deserves a bit more respect in our fan base. That's all I'm saying. And the man fucking led Croatia to a final. No one told me nothing.
He didn't lead Croatia to a final.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Him and was it Vida? I think his partner. Is it Vida?
Vida was the better centre back by the way.
No, I think as a partnership they were both solid as hell and created a foundation that got Croatia to the final.
It's the same with Font at Southampton. Font was better than Lovren at Southampton as well.
You're only saying that in hindsight, Cal. At the time, you know you didn't think he was the better one. Come on, let's be real.
No, I did. I just was happy that we signed Lovren because
come on, man. That was Lovren's Southampton season was great. That's why he got the move to Liverpool. I never said it
wasn't, but Font was still better than him.
No, I disagree with that.
Johnny is Drift. When Lovren was at Southampton, I actually
and he had two DMs, bro. He had two DMs.
I was gonna say he looked very good, and I thought, oh no, this guy's gonna be sick when he come Liverpool. Man, I was gassed about when Lovren signed. Don't get twisted. But then I realised the way we play and the way how Southampton play are very different. And because we didn't have the two DMs for protection, and remember, it's a lot of one-on-one defending. Lovren is very, very Jekyll and Hyde with his one-on-one defending. He can have those games, right, Jeff, where he can have a good game. But there's still many games that he had or made errors. And they were...
No, 100%.
West Ham game.
Big errors, you know?
But that's the... But why my argument is always for defending him is...
Modric and Rakitic, bro. You're telling me them man didn't lead Croatia?
No, they were part of it, 100%.
Part of it?
They were part of it.
No, listen. Lovren ain't the deadest defender. I'm going to be real. Because I think that there's this misconception that, like, I don't know, maybe me or Cal think he's the worst defender Liverpool has had. No. I just don't rate him as highly as Drift. That's one thing I will say. I don't think
70% of his Liverpool career was good. And I think it's unfair that the 30% that was bad is all anyone ever talks about.
I said, he was. His time at Liverpool was a love affair.
His Liverpool career was good.
Bro, his time at Liverpool was a love affair. 50-50. It was a love affair, fam. Let's be real.
Fair enough.
Because he'll play a 9 and the next week he'll play a 4. That was Lovren.
But why did nobody ever big him up for the 9, Matt? That's just my point.
Because he then went and did the 4, Drift. Drift, if I bought you food today and then the next day I walked up to you and slapped you in the face, you're not going to think to yourself, I'm going to let that go because he bought me food yesterday, are you?
Yeah, if I was hungry, I probably would.
Lies.
Bro, you'd probably run me over, bro, and then drag me a couple blocks, bro.
What did you bring me for food?
No, bro, it wouldn't matter to you. While you're driving, don't get me wrong. While you're driving, dragging me, bro, you'd be like, oh, that food was nice yesterday. I wish I didn't have to do this. But you'd be driving, bro.
If you bought me a meat feast, deep pan Pizza Hut,
there's no way I'm getting away with that.
And
you can't. You just know.
It, bro. And you got me a Cinnabon or a Krispy Kreme for afters, I might let you slap me, bro.
No, you wouldn't. Drift.
No, bro. Come on.
You wouldn't, bro. And that's what Lovren kept on doing, bro.
I think it would be good, bad. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. But everyone just goes, I see the bad. There was way more good than bad with Lovren. There was, man. There was. He ain't a Moreno or one of them, man, where it's just always bad and you just can't even remember anything good about them.
You'll never be a Moreno. Low block as well. Other teams started to struggle with the low block. It's not easy, is it?
It ain't. And you know what's so mad is I think us and probably say City used to get the low block like all the time. But the thing is, City have got the players to kind of to do that, whereas maybe whereas we don't. But I think other teams now are starting to go, do you know what? If this works against Liverpool, can't we just try it against Chelsea? Can't we just try it against such and such? And yeah, people would say, Liverpool can't beat this Atletico low block. They can't beat this team Brighton low block or whatever. it's like now it's happening to your team, minute. Now you can't say nothing. So it's kind of interesting, I'll be honest. Lovren gets so far, it's got to be inside.
Simicast is taking that role. Like...
he's replaced him now, innit?
I swear Lovren went and won 2 trophies after he left Liverpool.
Oh my gosh. Who got Dejan Lovren for winning the trophy?
What trophies?
I don't even know.
He went and won the Russian league or the Ukrainian. Yeah, he went and won the Ukrainian league, innit?
I'll be honest, I wouldn't even have Lovren as a cult hero.
He's definitely a cult hero. Come on. Are you not gonna go as far as to say Lovren's not a cult hero? You've got no fond memories of Lovren that make him go in.
This is what I was just about to say. I think he's had cult hero moments, but I don't think he's a cult hero.
Fair enough. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm dead serious. I think it's harder for defenders to be cult heroes, though. That's one thing I will say.
Yeah,
cult hero. I don't know. That's
hero.
a tough one, you know. If I'm being genuinely honest, I don't know if he's a. But he's had some memorable moments. That's tough. I don't even know. I'll have to think about that.
He's not
and compare him to others. But off the top of my head, I don't think he is, you know. Drift, let's be real, because we're forgetting the days when we'll be like, Lovren got spun, you know. Bro, don't forget those conversations.
Yeah, but enough times we'll come out of the game and be like, Lovren pocketed.
Nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. We used to cuss Lovren back in the day. People, you don't know about this, you know. What I mean, back in 15, 16 season, 13, 14, was it?
Yeah,
13,
in their moments, yeah, I agree.
So 15, 16, and when Lovren came,
Benteke was signed because of what he did to Lovren, bro.
But at that time, Benteke used to do that to Nuff, man. I'm not gonna have that.
Like
anyway, guys.
Let's move on.
But we forgot Jamal's question. I said, what's the wildest thing that you said, like where you look back and you go, shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Mine is the Ronaldinho.
I think Matt's has to be when he told me that we'll be all right when Suarez left because we signed Markovic. I think that's got to definitely
be. Do you know what, Joe? That's come up twice today still.
What?
That came up in the preview as well. Matt just owned it, bro. I've owned the Ronaldinho.
You know what? Yeah, I don't even care no more. Big up Markovic, my guy, my G.
Drift,
big up
I want to hear
Markovic.
what yours is, because I'm not gonna lie, Drift. You've had some wild.
Yeah, I've said a
Drift,
lot.
you
I
said
don't
some
even
wild
know.
Stuff.
You lot might have to tell me because I
What's
don't
the
remember some of the
wildest
shit
thing
I've
Drift has ever
said.
said?
Yeah, where did we start with this? Oh, bruv, there's a lot, bruv.
I remember there was one where we had a conversation on the phone, bro. But there's been so many. Hold on.
You said Adama Traore is technically one of the best players in the Prem.
I don't know if I wouldn't still stand by that.
Oh.
No, just something he said that's been mad. Hold on. Oh my days.
I've said a lot of wild shit.
You have. Oh, Matt is still world class.
Yes. No, there was another one. There was another Man United player. He said as well. Now that that one is solid.
He said Matt is still world class in 2021.
People in the chat, he said someone else as well. Please let me know. There was another Man United player said he's still world class. Not just
technically, I still think Matt is world class.
No, he's not.
Who's the other one?
His technique is still world class, man. Come on.
We don't know. We ain't seen it, Drift. What else has he said?
Massive Matt is wrong. Oh yeah.
No,
I don't know.
Ox better than Sancho.
You said Matic was world class as well. I remember that. You said Matic was world class.
No. I've never rated
Matic. Yes, you did.
No, I've never rated Matic.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
I've never rated Matic. I've never rated Matic. I've never rated Matic, bro. I know. Man, just trying to put me under the bus now, bro.
Ox better than Sancho is wild.
You did say that. You said Ox is better than Sancho.
As a talent, I stand by that. And by the end of his Man United career, you'll all see where I was going with that one.
No, I'm actually with Drew. I don't think De Gea being the best Prem goalkeeper is a wild take.
No, for me, he is the best Prem goalkeeper. That's just my opinion.
I think there's an argument personally.
I'd have to go back through the takes. You said a lot of wild stuff.
He said some mad stuff, brother. I really want to remember, but I just can't right now.
The fact that every show I go, oh, Drift. You said some wild stuff, bro. You said some wild stuff.
The only thing I'm holding on to right now is that no one holds it against me the way they do Ronaldinho. Wait.
Yeah, I would never.
Did you say this, Drift? Maybe I actually ask you, because I can't remember. I remember we was having a conversation. I think did you say at one point Lovren is a better defender than Ramos?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Are you sure?
No, I genuinely
Are you
can't
sure?
remember.
He
No,
did, I
honestly,
remember it.
honestly, I don't remember. I don't think Ramos is a good defender. I just think he's a good player, but I don't remember.
I've never seen a man run up to Ramos, touch the ground, and dribble past him, bro. That's all.
But
I'm
Lassie
saying.
did that to a couple,
Bro,
man. You know.
but Lassie
No, he
actually
didn't.
had time to bless the ground. And then, bro, my man blessed
picked
the
up a
ground.
daisy, bro, and gave it to him. How
You
about
don't
that?
got to remember that. The reason why that worked is because even Balassi didn't know what he was fucking doing. So how was Lovren supposed to know what he
Nah,
was
but
doing?
bro, you should have just at least just take man out, bro. Just take him out. Don't let him do that to you.
Yeah, you man don't do that.
Anyway,
Right,
let's move
get
on.
the next caller. The legend that is Jamie Phillips. How you
What's
doing,
going
bro?
on, Jay?
What's going on, bro?
Oh, sorry, I was just cracking up over Lovren talking 2021. And Barini and Lovren coming up in 2021. That is nuts.
My boy's in a time machine, isn't it? Time machine.
You got to reminisce every now and again.
I don't think Barini was Italian. I swear he's from San Marino. Man,
He was awful. He was awful.
He was dead. Really was
yeah,
dead.
the same power as my 2-year-old. But right, so things we regret saying, yeah? Right, here we go. Right. Saint Max and Rafinha has been an argument lately, yeah?
Mm.
All right,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have either of them. I wouldn't have either of them. I'd have Bowen in front of all of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. The reason is Bowen is better defensively. I think he's better on both feet. He's never hides when he has a bad game. And I think he'd suit our system more than the other two.
Okay.
Now,
You're making Cal happy right now.
No. Whoa. Jamie, I love you to bits, bro. I'm not in that boat.
Okay.
Saint Max, I think, looks good because he's in a pub team. So you know when you got the best player in your pub team, and he does whatever he wants whenever he wants. You know that's Saint Max. That's Saint Max. He wouldn't be able to do that in the Liverpool team. He wouldn't be able to do that. We'd take that away from him. He wouldn't be able to. He'd have to have a bit more control about his game. Like Newcastle.
I agree with
I kind of agree with what you're saying, though. He does need more. If he's going to go to a bigger team, yeah.
Yeah, Rafinha's a flash in a pan. He'll be gone in 2 years.
What?
Yeah, be gone in 2 years, just like João Felix. João Felix and Rafinha will be a pub question in a couple of years' time because no one will remember him.
I look at my face.
I've got so much to say, Jay, but I'm going to be respectful because I like you. No, it's all love. It's all love. No, it's all love. But that's your opinion. Fair enough. If that's your opinion, fair enough.
Yeah, and I'll stand by it. And Ronaldinho wasn't elite either.
Oh my days. You know. Man just come in here and just dropped a bomb on all of us, boy.
As soon as Ronaldinho hit 30, that pound's hit, didn't it? Man couldn't move. Right, and one other thing I'll quickly say is a lot of people say our squad is aging. Our squad is aging, and they're worried about the future and all that. We've got more young talent coming through than people realise, I think. You got Gomez is still young. Got Kanate, Robbo, he's still young. You got Trent. You got Jota. You got Elliot.
Kelleher as well.
Elliot, Curtis Jones. I mean, Elliot and Curtis Jones is going to be a future Liverpool and England midfield. I mean, And we buy quality going around that. Liverpool are in a really good place for years to come. And that's why I also believe Jurgen Klopp will sign an extension to his contract.
Okay.
No, JB, you turned it all around still. You
Yeah.
You turned it all
Not for
around.
me, not for me. He ain't turned around Jack. My man just crashed the whole plane with everybody on it. He just said, yeah! Everybody just finished.
Right now, if Matt was a meme, he'd be like,
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Oh, man.
but
No, bless up, Jay. Bless up.
You will try and chop that out now, Jamie, bro.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Wow, big up as always, bro. Big up, bro.
Take care, bro.
Big
Thank you
up.
very much.
Okay, Matt. I think we should let you have this one.
We'll let you go first, Matt.
Yeah. We'll let you go first, bruv. You definitely I'm gonna go back and watch your face when he said Rafinha will be a flash in the pan. Oh my days.
Let me just say this, yeah, because it kind of connects with Bowen. Me personally, I think Rafinha is. Listen, Rafinha's levels. Rafinha shouldn't even be playing. I don't want to be disrespectful, but Rafinha, in my opinion, right now is better than what Leeds are, and I think he offers a lot more than tricks. This guy can assist. This guy can create chances for his team, and he can track back. And I'd arguably say the tracking back is actually better than Bowen. Man can't listen. Bowen's good, but man can't bring Bowen to Rafinha. Like, I'm sorry, Jamie, it's all love, but Rafinha smokes all of them. And for me, obviously the trickiest one out of all of them is St. Max, and I kind of agree with the St. Max thing. With St. Max, if he was going to come Liverpool, he'd have to tone it down a bit. It would better to be the same St. Max. But you see Rafinha, what he does for Leeds, bro, he goes to Liverpool and he goes up another gear. And anyone that doubts that, you're sleeping. You're actually sleeping, fam. Rafinha, bro, you can't talk to me about Raf. I'm sorry. That's crazy. All
right, I'll say my bit. I rate Bowen. I'm not having him over the other two though, especially Rafinha, because everything Jamie described, in my opinion, with Bowen, I think Rafinha's got that plus some. I think Rafinha's work rate is so underrated.
It's crazy.
So underrated.
And he got X factor, bro.
Yeah. So I'd go Rafinha over. I get what the situation is with Maxim though, because he is very much a full-blown maverick. Like, nothing wrong with that. I just don't know how that would integrate with the rest of our team. If it works, it will be sensational. If it doesn't, he will look like a square peg in a round hole. Ronaldinho being elite, he's elite. I'm not even going to go back into that again. I can't go back into that again because I'm still apologizing for that a year on from when it happened. And yes, I do think we're in a healthy position player-wise for the future, but
definitely
we will still need to add as we go along though.
Yeah. And that's why people like Milner and Henderson need to retire here, because they'll help the youngsters, even when they're not good enough to still play. They'll be in the changing room. They'll be around the team. They'll help teach them how to be model professionals.
Jamie is not backing down. He said Bowen would have better stats at Leeds than Rafinha.
No way, and I'll tell you why. You see Rafinha at Leeds, yeah? He's asked to do everything. Bowen's actually playing in a team where he doesn't even have to be the main man right now, Santonio. If you put Rafinha, let's swap them around. Bowen ain't doing what Rafinha's doing. I'm telling you from now, Bowen ain't doing it. He hasn't got it. He's not that type of player. He's not an X-factor player. I don't think he can uplift the team. If you saw Leeds play the other day on the weekend, Rafinha was doing everying for them. He should have got 3 assists.
Yeah,
I mean, the point Jamie made was statistically though, and I don't even know if that argument is wild. Statistically, I don't think that's wild. Bowen might score more goals and get.
Disagree. Shall I tell you why?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think that's
Shall
a wild
I tell you why?
statement.
Because the work rate that Rafinha has to put in, you're asking Bowen to now do that. Bowen ain't got that.
No, Bowen's a hard worker. He is
not like Rafinha, bro. We're talking not like Rafinha.
That's because of the system, though, Matt.
No, but you have to put
West
the player.
Ham aren't asked to play like Leeds, Matt. So it's not fair to say that. I think Bowen works bloody hard.
No, what I'm saying is, if we're gonna put Bowen in at Leeds, he has to do what Raf does, right? We can't just therefore say, he's allowed
you
to
let him
different.
do what he's good at.
No. You have to
replicate
what the other player does. So you've got to be able to track back to the right back spot, come back, get the game by the scruff of the neck, and be the creator for your team. and have the X factor. You can't just be like, oh well, if Bowen comes in, the manager might say to you, yeah, you can stay further up. With Raf, we had him doing a bit more dog work. You got to make it fair, bro. Yeah. In my opinion, anyway.
I don't even want to get punched up, so I'm not getting involved.
No, but you just but you got to be fair, right?
Matt is fully pumped up right now. I don't even want. I don't want the smoke, bro. I don't want the smoke.
Bro, I'm not pumped. I am not pumped.
No, hold on. There was what? Oh yeah, I just want to ask you, look, one quick question, because I saw St. Max get fully just dismissed right there. Yeah. So what I want to say is
he kind of got swerved.
What I want to say is, like, if man's getting called a pub player, we've got to address this. So what I'm saying is, yeah, I get that he's a maverick, and as I think what Cal's saying is probably true. He's a full maverick. I think it's underplayed how much he helps Newcastle defend, though. I think he does more in the team than you think he does. I think because he does so well attacking-wise, he does do quite a lot of defending for Newcastle. I've seen him on the edge of his box, clearing and tracking and stuff like he does. But obviously his role in the team is to just go and do the maverick stuff. But what I will say is, if he comes Liverpool, you men are saying that we'd have to like give him a more stricter thing and rare and all that kind of stuff. But let me ask you this. If you've got a pit bull and he's guarding your house, whether you've got a 2-bedroom or whether you've got a mansion, are you going to tie him up or are you going to let him roam free?
You'd get it depending on what your situation is. Because if you've got him in a 2-bedroom, bruv, what if you annoy that pit bull?
No, I'm talking about you. He loves you and he loves your family, but for guarding the house purposes, whether you've got a 2-bedroom or whether you've got a mansion, he's going to be free, right? You're not going to tie him up in the corner, because then if somebody jumps over the fence, you can't even get to them. So what I'm saying is, does it matter whether he plays for a pub team in Newcastle or he plays for a world-class team in Liverpool, you still let him off the lead. Why would we restrict him if we bought him? Yeah, he'd have a bit more responsibility to the system, but you would still just let him be a pit bull guarding his house. You would not tell him to stop doing what makes him him.
Newcastle are bad owners and we've got children, put it that way, Drew. So I'm not saying you tie him up all the time. You let him out at night time when you go to bed.
No, but anyone knows a real pit bull, it won't attack any of the family members. No, Cal. No, that's a misconception. People who have dogs who attack members of their family didn't train the dog properly and don't know what they're doing. All jokes aside, your dog does not attack anyone in your family if the dog's trained and knows it's the lowest rank. I'm not going to go into that whole dog thing because people are going to think, but you teach your dog its position, and once the dog knows its rank, it will never attack any member of the family. Anyone who's got a dog who's attacked the kid, they didn't let that dog know it was the lowest ranked member of the family. And it attacked the kid thinking that it was trying to take that kid's place, because if you watch puppies fuck about, they fight for dominance. So the dog thinks it's got to fight the child for dominance in the pack order because you didn't let it know. Sorry, I'm boring everyone with the dog talk. But anyway, you let the pit bull off the leash, guys. You let the pit bull run around. You let it run to the front garden, run to the back garden. You don't have it tied up in the corner so if someone jumps over the fence, the dog can't get to it. Come on, man. Come on.
Jamie. Yeah. One of these days, Jamie's wife is going to dead.
Love Jamie, love my bro. Jamie, listen.
She's
Jamie,
going to move
you're
to
too
all
much,
of us and beat us down. All right, should we bring in? We've got our last caller coming in, guys. If you didn't get on this week, then what I will say is, as always, DM me and I'll make sure you get priority for next week. I'll send you the link early. We've got one more caller, people. Chainsaw DH.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, first thing I want to say, I just became a member, and shout out to all three of you guys.
Bro.
You guys are South Londoners, and I didn't support any club, but I think Liverpool is my club now because of you.
There you go. There you go.
Before you go any further, we're just gonna drop the beat for you, bro. You deserve it.
Thank you. I got three things to say, but first thing, but two random things before I say the three questions. The reason why KDB gets the best player and Salah doesn't, you could tell why. By just looking at KDB and look at Salah, what's the difference? Can you see what I mean? Why Salah gets disrespect and why KDB gets elevated when he's injured for the whole season? Okay, and then Drifty, you said Lovren was great and all that. He conceded 50 goals a season, and you said I forget what happens last season. I don't remember things. Cal remembers things. I forget the scores. I forget what's happened exactly. You're a bit, your memory's weak. So let me remind you, Lovren was ripped apart. And here's the joke. Every club, especially the top 6, laughed at Liverpool. We're like, Lovren's starting? Come on, Aguero. Come on, Aubameyang. Come on, whoever the striker was. Rip him apart and rip him a new one and score a goal. But here's my 3 questions. Okay.
By the way, that did not happen on a regular basis, but he got ripped up. No, that did not happen on a regular basis. He did not get ripped up on a regular basis. That did not happen.
I had no money in this, and I was laughing at Lovren. Here's my 3 quick questions, right? Matt, can you be the judge for the first question?
Yeah.
I think Liverpool's the best squad in the league, and I want Drifty to argue it, and I want Cal to disagree, because if you look at the Brentford result, if Jota scored his chance and Salah scored his chance, we win that 5-3. Yeah, we conceded goals, but that was an off day for our defense, and I think our squad depth is so massively disrespected, which links to my second question, is that I've seen Tierney, the Arsenal left back, and I've seen Reece James get ripped one-on-one. But when Trent gets ripped, it's highlighted. It's on Twitter, trending. But those guys, I've seen it multiple times, again, as a neutral. And it's not mentioned. It's not highlighted on Twitter and other places, right? And then with Firmino, I think I want Drifty to answer this. I think Drifty's right. He's going to get 20 goals. The way he scored against Porto and celebrated, he's serious. He ain't celebrating. He's not doing samba or anything like that. He's serious about this. And I think Drifty's right. And I want Drifty to argue Firmino over Jota as current form stands. I want both Matt and Callum to defend Thiago, because I think he's overrated. All that hype for a world-class player, that I heard so much hype for this one guy. And yeah, he's had good performances, but has he had world-class performances? All I'm saying is...
Who's this?
Thiago.
Thiago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because finally, Liverpool signed a world-class player. All this hype, we're all celebrating. And then now I'm looking back at it. I know he got injured and assaulted, but when he's played, I'm not thinking he's the best midfielder. I'm looking at Henderson, Fabinho, even Curtis Jones now, and Harvey Elliott. I'm not looking at Thiago like that. He's worse a version of Gini Wijnaldum, in my opinion.
What? Jesus. No.
Let me make sure you guys don't hate me. Thiago's talent-wise, he's world class. He should be top 2 in the world, or number 1 in the world, talent-wise. But performance-wise, I think there's a question mark. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Performances, I kind of agree with that. With the performance,
you guys were celebrating, and
performances.
Man definitely came in here with a chainsaw. That's for damn sure. No, but
Callum, you got the questions.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go back over them. So best squad, Matt's gonna be the judge. Drifty has to defend why that's the truth, and I've got to say why I don't think it's the truth. Why does Trent get highlighted but others don't, such as Tierney and Reece James? Firmino going to get 20 goals this season, and Drifty has got to argue why he thinks Firmino should start over Jota, and we've got to chop up the Thiago performances situation.
Yeah, big up you guys, and thanks for
bless you, man.
I love being a member, so big up you guys.
Man. Yeah, big up, man. Big up as always, man.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff to top up. Let's get going.
I feel like man gave me a leg kick, and then when I was checking in, my knee was all right. Man gave me a check left hook, and I was like, Ross Clark, man. Bloody hell. All right, let's start with the.
What's the one I got to be? What's the one I got to judge?
You've got to be the judge.
Yeah. Cal's got. The thing is, I know Cal doesn't want to argue against it though, because Cal believes we got the best first 11 in the league as well, right?
He said squad, didn't he? Didn't he say squad though? Squad.
Oh, was it squad?
He said squad. He said squad.
All right. for me personally, I don't necessarily know if I do believe, but if I'm going to do the whole Lovren thing here and I've got to stand my fucking ground and back the thing, yeah. I big up Degsy all day, every day. If I've got to do the standing my ground, right? I will say, I think a lot of people have underestimated some of our squad players, and maybe it might be slowly changing a little bit. And the narrative that our squad is crap may be wrong. And maybe the injury season we had last year is more in our mind than the ability of the players that are in our squad. If you look at the fact that take away the leg break or the dislocation for Elliott, that's Elliott and Jones, who, even if Naby and Ox aren't performing well, are very capable players of coming in and performing if Thiago Henderson and Fabinho aren't there. They're young talent, they're superstars in the making. And then on top of that, you've got Naby and Ox might dash in a bad boy performance as well as a bonus. So I think our squad is actually maybe better than we thought it was. And maybe we do have to take a step back and go, there could be some truth in Klopp saying he don't need anyone. The jury's still out, but I'm trying to do the backing thing here. Then you've got Millie, who's like, 7th or 8th choice midfielder that we're just bringing in as the legend he is. And now the brother's covering right back. He might play left back if he's needed. Fuck it. He might even go in goal to Ross. Like, we do have to factor in Millie's still in the squad. And when he performs, he don't let us down. He might not be as good as some other players, but he don't fucking let us down. That's for damn sure. Now I've got Tsimikas and Robbo, which for me is the best competitive squad-based left-back competition of anyone in world football. Like, I don't even know if I'm getting carried away there, but I don't think I can think of anyone who's got a world-class starting left-back and then their backup left-back is fully fledged international quality, good enough to even push that world-class player to think, bro, you got to keep on your toes or I'll take your spot. If you can find me one in the left back position, I'll stand corrected. But I'm struggling. In the Premier League, I definitely don't think there is one. So I feel like when you look at that depth, then you look at the centre-back depth, I think we're covered. I think we might have the best 4 centre-backs in the world, definitely in the Premier League. Like, as in just 4 individuals who are as good as they are, and then you put them together as a collective. I think you'll struggle with that. And then our front 3, yeah, we've only really got Jota as a backup for the initial front 3. And that is a bit of a worry. But Minamino's done all right when he's played this season. Origi's chipped in with a goal and an assist in a little bit he's got. So maybe they may be able to contribute more this season than we thought they could. I think Minamino's got 2 goals and 1 assist. Origi's got 2 assists and 1 goal. And they've hardly had any game time. And they've still come in and been like, right, we'll chip in a bit here. So maybe our attack's not as bad squad-wise as we thought. So I don't necessarily know if I think we have got the best squad. I think City, Chelsea, I think that man, they do really. But if I'm just trying to do the bias back the thing, I think our squad's way better than maybe even we thought it was.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't think we have the best squad simply because I think some of our players are unproven. For example, Kelleher's, I think, is a very good backup, but he's still unproven in my opinion. Still not fully proven, should I say. I wouldn't say he's unproven. I say he's not fully proven. Right back, when Trent's not there, it concerns me. Whereas you look at City, for example, they've got Walker and Cancelo, but they'd probably argue that left back concerns them because they've only really got Zinchenko there, even though Cancelo can also play there. I think midfield, we should have the best depth in midfield, but unfortunately we don't because of injuries and form of Ox and Keita. Also the injuries of Thiago as well. And then up top, I think is where we really struggle. I think that's the problem. I think the more I look back on the window, even if we just got one more attack and we didn't get a centre midfielder, I think I'd be more confident we'd win the league. But I think we missed a trick there.
No, that's fair, dude.
Fair play. Going by what you both said, I will say this. Drift has kind of maybe opened my eyes a bit more to our squad. I think maybe what you said, I wasn't really thinking about, because I think even before a ball was kicked, I generally was thinking, is Curtis Jones going to be at a level where we can just say, especially this season now, he can be a permanent fixture? And with Harvey Elliott, we didn't know what we was going to get. We knew he was a talent. We didn't know he was ready, and he was ready. So I think you made some valid points. However, I still kind of have to agree with Cal, because even though we've got these youngsters that are coming through that are amazing, I still feel like if you look at our competition, like a Chelsea and a City, and maybe even a Man United as well. I think they've just got that little bit more. The thing is, we're not that far away, Griff, in my opinion. And whether you believe the argument or not, is obviously this is just for the argument. But I think we're about 2 players where we can have that real conversation to be like, I think we might just have the best in the league.
So who won the argument, Kal? Yeah,
I think Kal. Yeah, I think Kal does.
Fair dues.
You put up a very good argument, though. I have to say that, though.
Yeah, I agree. Trent, why? I mean, I could keep this short and sweet. I don't know about you guys. The reason Trent is highlighted is because Trent is the generational talent out of the players that he's compared with, and the others wish that he was going to be like. They wish they had what Trent gives us. They're clutch onto it. We're the standard bearer for Trent. Trent is the standard bearer for right backs.
Yeah, because he's something different.
Is there a position in our team, sorry to cut you, man, is there a position in our team that isn't the standard bearer though, Cal?
Yeah, number 9.
Yeah.
At one point, even that was.
It
18,
was.
18, 19, Bobby was the standard.
For the 17, 18, 18, 19, he was the standard for false 9s.
It was still that position, though.
No, I hear it, but not now. Jota and Firmino can't talk to your Haalands, and
they can't. They're not cut from the same cloth.
No. I mean, in comparison to the other people in our league. So, like, anytime someone does well in the Premier League, for some reason, our team will be like even our manager.
So, more times than not.
Goalkeeper, right back, left back, centre back, DM.
Yeah. Left wing, right wing.
Yeah, left wing, right wing. I still won't say the number 8
Captain.
To the standard bearers. Leadership, standard bearer.
What are we're like 85% looked at manager. 85% we're looked at as the
we've got a player that we can throw to the hat.
Fans with the standard
fans.
Bearer.
We've got the best fan. That's not even a question. So we're like 90% the bearers of the barometer of the yardstick of what you like. How good's your centre back? How good's your left back? But is he better than Roberts? Is he better than Van Dijk? He's better than Trent. Yeah, we're always the barometer for everything, really.
But we are the barometer for every single thing. Listen, we're the barometer for the basement. Am I lying? How many players do you have in your basement? Do you even have a basement?
Yeah,
we started basement. Liverpool Football Club started basement saying. You don't know about that, trust me. Listen.
Drift, Firmino over Jota. Why Firmino over Jota?
I actually agree with what Chainsaw said. I see a look in his eye. I see him smiling on the bench. I see him happy. And a smiling Firmino is something nobody else wants to smoke from. I'll be honest with you. And I publicly want to apologize once more for calling him Robert. I was upset. I was annoyed. I said some things, but we all know, and this is the thing about family. We say and we do things to family that we shouldn't. But the whole point of family is we forgive each other and we move on, right? So I accepted halfway through last season I made a mistake. I apologized. I said sorry. I was just getting frustrated in it. I just wanted my striker to score goals. That's all I wanted. And he wasn't scoring them. And it was doing my head in. You know what I mean? But I do think he'll get 20 in all comps this season. And the reason why I would play him over Jota at the moment is from what I've seen, he's going unnoticed a little bit in terms of Jota's getting the goals, but the more we play, the more I'm getting worried that the system is getting lost and Bobby does need to come back. And I think the reason why it wasn't working last season is because he wasn't performing that well himself. But when he's performing well, he is the system. I don't think we can sleep on that regardless. Let's not just look at that 12 months where his form dipped compared to the previous 3 years. If Bobby's in tune and on it, he becomes the system again. The system didn't stop working. He just wasn't performing to the level that we're used to. If he comes back in and performs to that level and then starts chipping in with goals as well, I watched him come on. And yes, Porto, we were winning the game at the time, so the pressure wasn't as much. But he came on. He looked composed. To me, he looked like a man who's got the grip, the bit between his teeth again, and he's just like, and he's doing a Banatelli now where he's scoring the goals. It's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to get carried away. I'm supposed to score goals. Fuck it. Let's not celebrate too much.
I like this Drift talking about.
I'm meant to score
Bobby,
goals.
You know?
Let's just get on with it, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, he looks hungry. He looks back at it. He looks well rested. which is another thing we always said that Bobby needed was rest. He never got no rest. Jota's giving him a chance to get rest now. And I feel like even if he doesn't start every game, his impact off the bench is probably second to none in our team. I think if you go and check statistically, he makes the most impact when he comes on as a substitute. And I said this months ago, he is very impactful off the bench. So even if you start Jota, half an hour to go, Bobby coming on is a problem for whoever we're playing. Because he's going to come on, you've got to change the way you defend now, because he's going to be different. He's fresh. 25 minutes of Bobby doing all what he does, it's a problem for anyone. And if he's as composed in his finishing as he's looked this season, what's he got? 4 goals and 2 assists already? He's been injured for a month. Like, Bobby's back, baby. Like, I don't want to get too excited, but for me, it looks like Bobby's back. And I just want to say, they asked Virgil the other day, who is the most technically gifted baller you've ever played with? And he said, without a shadow of a doubt, it's man like Bobby. And he said Bobby. He didn't even say Firmino. He said Bobby. So, there you go.
Drift's gone full 180 with Bobby Firmino, you know.
60,
you're right. This is Drift when they ask him, what did you say about, did you call him, did you used to call him Robert? This would be Drift.
So you can't see it all? Huh? You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see, barely.
I can see, barely.
Oh God!
That clip kills me.
Killed me, bro.
Oh, I can see barely.
What? The only thing I will say in my defense, even though I'm fully like sorry, and I'm not even gonna defend my actions anymore. In it, I done wrong. Enough man was on my train who don't act like you weren't in the trenches with me. There's man there trying to dash me under the bus now, like I was the only one out here that was fed up with him missing chances or whatever. You know what I mean? I weren't on my own. I was not on my own. Like, I don't even care. Like, even the way Matt's smiling, even Matt was on my wave at one point.
On what?
On the whole, like, Firmino, like, you're done with him as a striker and all that. I weren't the only one. I was not the only one.
I won't say I was done with him as a striker. I wouldn't go that far.
Bob, like I said, I'll take the beating.
I was annoyed with him. Don't get twisted.
I would take the beating. I would take the beating.
Barely.
Last question.
Thiago,
should we be worried about Thiago's performances? And dare I say, Thiago's performances as a whole haven't been world class since he's been in.
I'm glad I wasn't involved in this question because he's my screensaver. I ain't getting involved in none of this shit.
Listen, I'll say this. When Thiago came to Liverpool, we all got gassed, and I think we had a right to be gassed. He's still a world-class player, still an elite player. He had a bad injury from that, obviously, the Everton game, and he found it hard to kind of get back into form and rhythm. But in my opinion, he kind of turned it around at the end of last year, and I think the couple of games that he did play this year, he looked very, very good. So for me personally, people are out of order.
What are you not laughing at?
People go, what?
I can't laugh. I can't let it be known why I'm laughing because it's actually not funny, but it's funny. You know the things that you can only laugh to yourself.
Private message.
Put it like this, he's back. That's what I say, he's back.
No, don't even say that. Don't.
Anyway.
Oh, gosh.
This is what I'm saying. I shouldn't even laugh at that.
Anyway, yeah, keep it going.
But what was I saying? Flipping.
I'm not actually. You was finished. It's Cal's turn, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's Cal, isn't it? Yeah.
No, see, Thiago, I think, has been unlucky with his Liverpool career so far. He's not really had the chance to get much rhythm. I think when we saw him in a rhythm, I think we saw that he was our best midfielder. It's just, hey, he hasn't had enough rhythm. So overall, his performances haven't been like world class or great, but I'm still happy we've got him. I just hope he can get rhythm now after this latest injury. And if he can, I think we're going to see the best of him. I went out on a limb. I went on Terrace and I said how I think he'll be potentially player of the season. So at this moment, I'm getting cooked. So I need him back.
No, not really, but he played well to the injury. It's not like he's been under.
No, but he needs to have, for him to be, even if he doesn't win it, he needs to like have, you see when he comes back, he needs to just be Thiago, or like, it just needs to be him for real. Just be Thiago, innit? Do your thing.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't asked the question, but the only thing I was saying in his defense is he is still trying to get used to them who just kick the shit out of you when they realise you're better than them. When he played in Spain and Germany, that never happened. And he's realising, right, Burnley, and they'll just kick the shit out of you. Like, they'll just whack you up. Like, they don't care who you are. They'll just kick you up, and he's getting kicked up a lot. So I'll just, that's all I'm saying is, he's still Thiago, man. He's fucking saucy ass. It's Thiago, bro. Like I said, he's my screensaver. It is what it is.
I don't know why you had to bring up Burnley, but we'll move on swiftly. Super chats. Ems A. The players we have in our team do so much outside football too. Squad full of humble and perfect professionals. # leaders. Facts. Facts.
That is.
One of the main things Klopp said when it comes to recruiting. He said, if you're a world-class baller, but you're a dickhead, he don't want you.
Yeah. Rahil says, honest question, who's a better footballer, Jones or Naby? Jones is better at everything other than pressing, but he's stronger and quicker. What you reckon?
Jones is stronger and quicker. However, I wouldn't say it's just those two things.
The Naby, sorry.
Yeah, the Naby. I think Naby's still better, but Jones has some attributes that Naby don't have, and those are two of them. I still think Naby's a better player. Personally,
I think Naby's dribbling is better, but other than that, I think Jones is.
I don't even know. Jones is a good dribbler.
I think
he's a good.
Jones,
dribbler,
in terms of take-ons, I would say Naby can just go past this man like that.
Did you say Nagy?
Yeah, Nagy. I don't even know why.
Nagging injury. That's
yeah, probably that, innit? Yeah. Degsy.
Jamrock said, Drift or Cow, did you see the email I sent with the meme? I've not seen it. I'll have a look through the emails though.
No, I don't think I have either. Apologies.
Artful Dodger says, I'm the biggest Klopp fan and I recognise all his achievements considering the circumstances, but best manager since 2000. We have to keep it as real as Liverpool fans and pay respect to Fergie. We're gonna chop that up in another video. I don't think we can just sit here and that can't be a 10-minute convo. Ash said, just something to consider. Since 2000, biggest spending managers. Mourinho, highest on 1.75 billion. Pep on 1.69 billion. Klopp 22nd and 640 million. Just something to think about. Wow.
Right, that's nuts.
Mr. Dare I Say It Drift says, apart from positions, Naby and Ox are Chambers and Holding. Ooh.
Fuck. Nah, that's too far.
Deep.
That Chambers and Holding are actually waste men. That's too far. That's way too far.
Chambers and Holding are actually like
the Chuckle Brothers. Or
like
something.
Dead food. They're dead food.
Chuckle Vision.
Them men are like Bill and Ben, the flower pot men and that.
Rahil says Thiago's first 2 games man of the match, then his leg snapped. Last 10 to 15 games this season was outstanding. Good this season. Another agenda I hate. I can't really disagree with that.
I won't disagree with that.
Because he's fat.
Yeah.
I won't disagree with that.
Rahil again says, I feel like AJ is a bit fake, too PR trained. No way he is himself in front of cameras. It's why I love Dylan, because he's real with it. Dylan is as real as it gets. I want to ask you guys.
He's a bit too real sometimes, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. So Slyros, Klopp wins the league this year, second best Premier League manager after Fergie. Very arguable.
Very arguable.
Good argument to be made.
I want to ask you, and we don't want to spend too long on this. Being media trained, should it be looked down on? Because I think you can't kind of win. If
No.
I
think you gotta love it. I do. I think if you see some of the wild shit people like McGregor and that say, I feel like being media trained is actually important. Like sometimes if I watch people, and again, this is no disrespect to my people, like because be who you are. But when I see like South London man, for example, when they're on camera and they're like, boy, you get what I'm saying, fam, and rare. I think be you. But just understand that you got to tone that down and you have to be able to speak better than that.
This was just addressing the masses. As well.
There's nothing wrong with talking like that amongst your peers. But if there's going to be people watching who don't get it, you have to be able to change. We call it your work voice. You have to be able to put your work voice on. And if you don't have the capacity to put a work voice on, there is a fundamental problem. regardless of whatever the situation is.
This is the way I look at it as well. So it's like I think I'm myself at work, but at the same time, I'm not going to be sitting at my desk and I'm not just going to be like, let me see your batty right. I'm not going to do that at my desk, innit? Because people are going to be like, raw, what are you doing, Cal? Like, but I'm still going to be myself. I'm going to crack jokes. I'm going to be who I am, innit? But
yeah.
You know when I learned that the hard way was when in my job, you're allowed to play what you wanted for an hour, and it was the best way to make it fair. And then it went around the room, and everyone got an hour of their choice of music to keep it fair. And every time it came to me, I realized how much I've just got to keep myself to myself. Because when I'm not even gonna lie, like when
Cameron and
when Cameron, Butcher Banton and all these men are playing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even gonna lie, like it's one of the
Get on your sit.
What was the one that made me realize the most?
Man, ham, man, down, man.
Hey, listen.
Get on your sit.
Behave yourself. No, but what was the one? I think it was when I played Spragga Benz's thingy album. And I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you've got to keep. I think sometimes you've got to keep what you know what I mean. Sometimes you just got to keep.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You went all in. You were like, what was I listening to the other day? Yeah, I'm putting that on. Bro, you went all in at work.
I was listening to Spragga on my way to work, and I just kept it going, innit? Like I had to, innit? And them man were ready for it. And I remember thinking, yeah, you've got to like sometimes you got to keep yourself contained, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Like Ash is asking, can we do our work voice? I'll be honest, I speak like this at work. Like I've literally got the best work.
Yeah, I don't think my work voice is probably. I'm trying to think.
My work voice, I go fully into the like. How you doing, sir? You doing okay? Okay, brilliant. I tell you what, give me a second. I'll be with you. Just wait right there. That's how I talk. I put my work voice on. I go fully into that mode if you need me to. Still,
I don't do that.
I'll just turn mine down a bit actually. But I'm just trying to think how I would say. I remember what was it? Nah, my work voice is kind of not mad, but when I think about it, I'd be like, yeah, hello, Matthew speaking. Yeah, how can I help you? Yeah, that's absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can definitely look into that for you. That's absolutely fine.
He's taking liberties.
Well, that's how I would speak. I just turn it down. But he said, oh no.
He said I'd make a loose guest, you know.
Oh no.
Hey, liberties, bro.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you need your word voice because you've got to make people comfortable around you. You have to.
Of course.
That's what it's all about. What am I supposed to do when they come up to be like, yeah, what's going on, bro?
I'm not gonna lie. I probably would say that as well. I'm not gonna lie as well. It's in the middle of the meeting when the meeting finished.
I don't do island dyke at work. Although I do drop pat at work because a lot of my colleagues are from Caribbean, so I can drop a little pat.
Yeah, you got to know where and when you can.
Yeah.
There's certain man I'll be like, yeah, mate, what's going on? And then there's certain man who'll be like, well gone, brother, you cool. Like you got to know what going on. It depends who you're talking to. Certain man I shake their hand, certain man I spud them, certain man I hug them. You don't know what the situation is until you're like, you know what I mean?
It's true. You can't walk past your direct.
You need to be adaptable, innit? You've got to be Steven Gerrard. You've got to be able to play right back, centre back, DM, false nine. You've got to be able to do it all.
Bro, would you walk past say if your director said to you, like, I don't know, like, how's your day going? Boy, my day's kind of mad, you know? Day's kind of mad. And then he goes,
now, what are you saying, fam?
No,
but then he goes, on the way here, but
then he goes, excuse me, what do you mean by that? And you're like, no, it's just, it's different, you know? It's different around it. It's just different. Bro. They'll be looking at you like...
Basically, man just wants to go all minute. I didn't even come from home. I came from my links yard last night. It's what I had on yesterday, big man. Like, I just want the day to be over. You get what I'm saying, blood? You can't talk like that.
No, it's true.
You can't talk like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you've got to be adaptable.
If someone ever speaks like that, it's the wildest.
Yeah, it's wild.
No, I've worked with people that are like that, and I've had to pull them to my side. Like, bro, man, you got to calm it down, bro. Like, here, you won't last. Like,
That
get your
is
be
the
yourself, but
wildest.
you're not gonna last, bro. You're not gonna
Cannot be
last.
doing that. That is the wildest. But yeah,
Rahil
man.
says AJ's camp got shook after the Klitschko fight. They played it safe ever since, especially after Ruiz. They know AJ ain't got a chin, so playing it safe. To an extent, I agree. To an extent, in his style, I agree. Rahil says AJ's image matters more. Ain't got heart like that. I think AJ's got heart, man. I think he has got heart.
He's
I'm
got
not going to
heart,
talk about AJ anymore.
I don't know, man.
Rahil also says AJ's always thought AJ does Wilder, but not sure now. That's fair enough too.
That's a fair comment to say.
That is fair. Kieran Thorne. Shout out to Kieran Thorne. It's been a little while. AJ has a robotic technique, but needs to go back to the animal that he was before the Joseph Parker fight. He seems to have relaxed since then. I agree with that as well.
Yes, we will be updating the FPL
on Monday,
guys
yeah.
on Monday.
On Monday, definitely.
Ash says Drift has to be suspended. What did he just say? That's regarding Lennox Lewis. LFC Aaron says Team Kop-ish rules. Please rank the Wire in terms of best to worst seasons. Oh,
Season 1's the best season. I'll then probably go 4, 3, 2, 5.
That's hard.
I'll go
5 was worse.
5 just dragged on so much.
No, 5 was recreate. We'd have to get into a deeper conversation.
Well, we argue about this all the time because you rate
5.
season 2
I think
as well.
season 2. No, season 2 is live though.
Season 2
can't talk to 1, 4, and 3 though. It can't, guys. It can't. Come on, man.
All right, so I've got season 5. Then
as the best season.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, do you know what? I think it goes 1.
Wow.
2. No, 5 probably goes to the end for me.
I am not even gonna lie. You see, today I just feel like this has been me all show. You know.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Do you know what? I'm not a big fan of Adrian Broner, but some of his stuff is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Some of his earlier stuff, not the stuff recently. Some of his earlier stuff.
Prison Break.
By the way, guys, if I disappear, it's just battery.
We're almost finished getting through the rest of the super chat. Faceless London says Lennox is the GOAT. AJ is all hype. I don't think he's all hype, but Lennox is the British GOAT.
Yeah.
Ash says Fury lost to McDermott back in the day. Watch it back. Facts. LFC Aaron. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. David Silva versus Iniesta and Rivaldo versus Figo.
David Silva and Rivaldo walk out. Reluctantly, I'll say Rivaldo. Figo is my guy. I don't even want to answer that.
You got Silva over Iniesta.
Oh, sorry, shit. What am I talking about? Sorry, no, Iniesta walks out. Yeah, Iniesta walks out.
Iniesta.
Iniesta and Rivaldo for me. Yusuf Oz says people pick on KDB for those Leon and PSG games, but never mentioned he didn't have a striker in front of him. Yeah, I think sometimes you got to look at Pep's tactics as well. Rahil says, Drift, please let me understand. For someone who loves skillful technical ballers, how can you rate and enjoy watching Origi? Never understood.
We're not going to fall out when I've only got 1% battery. So.
You should have played the meme right there. Ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Samson Nuke says, problem with they are comparing Lovren to VVD. Champions League final, World Cup final, he played a blinder in both games. Great performances and shouldn't be ignored.
Tell them again, big man.
I actually agree with that super chat. I do agree with that super
chat. Yeah, good games.
Okay.
Good games.
Pete Al says, can you record all the play ratings, have an average at the end of the season? Who do you think had the highest expectations and failed in joining Liverpool?
Do you know what? That was actually something that someone said that was a brilliant idea.
That was Paul said that. I think Paul's.
I can't remember the name, but it was a brilliant idea. Basically, instead of us saying who we think our player is, we actually just go through the ratings and make it a statistical thing where we can't argue against it. That was a brilliant idea, actually.
Yeah, I agree with that. Who's the player that you had the highest expectations for when they joined and failed failed?
I can't even lie. I think Markovic might even still be at the top of that list, bro.
It's Kuhl for me, but only because of the injuries, not because of his talent.
I would have said more Kuhl because even though at the time I thought Markovic, I thought Kuhl, bruv. When we signed Kuhl, I just thought this guy was different.
Actually, no. Do you know what? I think it was Ryan Babel.
Lovren second for me as well.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Well, I thought Lovren was going to be the next character.
No, I won't buy into that hype, but I thought he'll be sick though. I thought he'd be sick.
I fully bought into Lovren. Remember, I watched him live at Dortmund.
Yeah, I remember
first game when he scored, bruv, and I was like, he's a truth, and he's telling fibs. Saddad Ali says, business teacher, name an oil company, me, Man City. Yeah, facts. Jamrock says, why didn't we buy Silva and Villa again when we had Benitez? Because they're two pagans.
Didn't have the funds. Hicks and Gillette.
Two absolute pagans.
We signed those two players, we'd have dominated, man.
The funds, then.
You've also got to throw Rivaldo and Samau in there because they're the other two they didn't give Benitez that he wanted.
And Danny Alves.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And David Villa.
Yeah, he said Villa. Yeah, he said Villa and Silva.
Oh, did he say Villa? Oh, okay.
Villa was probably my favorite striker around that time. I even preferred Villa to Torres. I'm not going to lie to you.
Even Aguero, I think we could have probably got if we
we could have got Aguero. But there's
another one.
There's many players we could have got.
Peak Pato as well. Don't even get me started, bro.
Oh, boy.
So
Chainsaw says, big up. Love the answers. Great show, guys. Big up to yourself, Chainsaw. Mr. Dare I Say says Naby and Ox are putrid, bruv. That word's come back again.
Putrid, you know.
Yeah. Genie Houdini says, if you could choose to be any voice in any Liverpool player's head to give them advice throughout the City game, who would it be and why? Everyone answer. That's a good question.
Be someone's voice in it. All right.
It'd be Bobby. If Bobby starts, it'd be Bobby.
What would you be? What would you just be like? There's something that the cop would you to know.
I'd just be like, you know that Kermit the Frog meme where he's looking in the mirror, but it's the dark Kermit.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, don't pass the ball, shoot, bruv.
Yeah. It's real.
Hold on. No, don't track him back. Let someone else do that. You stay high up the pitch, man.
I'm trying to think who mine would be. You know, mine might be actually. It's like a Fabinho and Mane. I want to tell Fabinho I want to shackle the hell out of KDB. I don't like everywhere he goes, just take the ball off him, mark him out the game. And there's another part that me that just wants to say, Sadio, you just need to go back to the old Sadio, fam. Stop. You know what? It's Sadio. Because Sadio can be a game winner. As much obviously Fabinho can, but Sadio for me, I'll be telling him, bro, just be 17, 18, 18, 19 Sadio. Even 19, 20 Sadio. Just don't think about it, fam. Just do what you got to do.
Adrian's voice would be stay seated.
No, I told you already. If I was in Adrian's head, I'd be like, leg movement.
Every time I watch that Ronda Rousey,
she got head movement. She got pumped up.
Like, bro, just
bro, she went on her tiptoes. That's when you knew it was peak. She actually went on her tiptoes because she was getting lit up that bad. Do you know how bad it is for someone to go on their tiptoes when they're getting lit up? It's the panic, it's the brain. You know, it makes you panic, innit? She kind of like a shock. You go on your tiptoes, fam. Do you know how peak that is? Yeah. Oh my days! Went on her tiptoes, bro.
Yeah, people.
She's got to be a bigger bottler than Solskjaer, man.
No. She won trophies and she won competitions.
Yeah, but when the going get tough, she really got going, man.
No, but she actually won stuff before the going got tough, bro. Ollie's just had the goings got tough.
Well, Ollie won stuff in Norway, you know.
Norway, yeah, we'll leave that there. Bro.
Norway, you know.
Yeah, but look at the women's division before it evolved. Isn't that kind of similar? And as soon as it got real, she ducked out, bro.
Name me 3 Norwegian teams.
Molde.
And that's where it stops.
Yeah, all right then, Drift. Sam
Shoulder and boulder.
So Sam Max Legend says, here's the greatest regret. We were closest to signing but didn't. For me, it was Michael Laudrup. Deal was all but done, but we hesitated. He went to Juventus.
That's a big shout still.
In recent memories for Kier, man. I never lived that down.
You know what I think went under the radar, but maybe the way his career went wasn't as bad as it felt at the time. Remember when we fucked up Remy?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew Remy would be your type of player.
Remy was my guy,
I worked that hard for Remy. I was disappointed. Actually, do you want to know something? If I'm going back further than Remy did, I might even say Anelka, you know? Because I thought Anelka would have...
Mulder under 23s, Mulder under 8. It was Paulie Walnuts that came up with the idea originally for the player rating. So shout out to Paulie as well.
Big up. I'll probably say it was Anelka because we was on the...
Anelka was a big fuck up. That was a big fuck up.
Danny Alves as well hurt. And
Danny Alves, bro.
It's probably David Silva. When I look at what he actually did in the Premier League, it's probably David Silva.
Yeah.
Boy,
but people, massive thank you for joining us tonight. We are going to be back on Sunday for the live match watch along as well as the post-game review as well and reaction. Boy, don't get much bigger than this, people. Liverpool versus Man City. A massive thanks to everyone who joined and called in. If you haven't liked, please do like. And yes, people.
Hold on. Before we leave out, let's let them know about the one and only sponsor that you won in the world.
Indeed.
How could we forget?
I'm nervous about the weekend still. Can't even front.
I know you are. I'm good, man. Guys, shout out to FansBet. FansBet. So we've teamed up this season, as you guys know, with FansBet, the fans' leading sports betting company committed to supporting charities and causes that are important to fans. So again, not just giving you great odds, but also giving back to the community and to important causes as well. So make sure you check out fansbet.com and you can also claim your free £10 bet as a welcome offer. Terms and restrictions apply. Full details on the website. You must be over 18. Please do gamble responsibly and visit gambleaware.org for more information, and also check out all of the FansBet responsible gambling tools as well. So make sure you check them out. Make sure you check them out on social media as well. They've also got a YouTube channel as well that you'll see us guys appearing on sporadically throughout the partnership and sponsorship. So make sure you check out FansBet. If you're going to do any betting this weekend, make sure you do it through FansBet. You'll love them as much as we do.
Definitely.
People.
And as I said before, people, make sure you check our socials an hour or two before the game. We normally get a very special Kopish only live odds on certain mad results. So you can do a little bit of fun betting there. And like I said, I'm going to do a little madness this weekend still. So
indeed. So people, thank you so much. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out.
Peace.